keep the ball again!
Go Tony!
Been a while since you've heard that, mate.
Aye, I've not had that sang for a while, aye.
No, United fans would say would sang that last year, nah?
For about 3 months, aye. Be about January to March.
Goodwin was like, shut the fuck up.
That's going to be a cracker day, because Andy's not been on a while either.
I know,
mate, I've missed these, man. It feels like it's been ages. When was the last one?
Way before Christmas, mate.
Aye, gutted, mate.
Christmas jumper on as well, guaranteed Christmas.
Oh,
That's a
no,
sale.
do you know when I wore
That's a
this?
sale.
Mate, I bought this just before Christmas, right? And I was like, it's only for Copenhagen Christmas time, a wee bit fluffy and that. Mate, what was it like? Rocked up, Cam Slatty's got it on, two sitting next to each other in the nightclub on. He just fucking laughed. Fuck's sake.
Were you on a Christmas do?
I went, aye. I wasn't got to go, but I get bullied into it, aye.
Do you drink, Tony, now?
No, I don't touch it anymore.
No at all?
No.
How come?
I went off it for 3 years and then dabbled with it again and then just shacked it again.
He was nothing short of a man doing the Sunday. Went up the road at 8 o'clock.
No wonder, so fair play.
No, you can't be sober and got up the road at 8.
Well, we stayed out till 5 o'clock. We obviously shared a room together. They stayed in the hostel and we refused. Point blank.
Who's getting in hotel?
Got a hotel, aye.
Good for you.
Refused.
Never mind it, mate. I wouldn't stay in a hostel.
Boys
The
are talking
hostels
about-
are good there, mate. They're not like a hostel you're thinking.
No, it was a hole in the wall. It was a hole in the wall.
He just shagged it. If it was a hole, no, he just shagged it.
Tiny wee hole. You didn't put a Johnny on for that, did you?
Aye, I wasn't staying in the hostel, no. We spoke about it, no chance. And we were out till 5 to be fair.
How good was it?
Woke up so good. Boys are brilliant, but it's
Aye.
changing
Who stole
rooms
the
are
show?
unbelievable. Liam Gordon. He
Aye,
scored the
Lucy-
next
I
weekend.
did say,
That's because I seen on your you said and then you put it on your story after he'd scored the next week.
Liam Gordon, Shane Blaney, they were the two.
Aye, I missed Blaney's performance. I love Blaney, but I missed his performance.
I was going to talk to you about that. So they've got a Dubliner over there. You've been to Dubliner before. They won in Dublin, so they've got one in Copenhagen. So we went up there on a Sunday. There was only about 10 years left at this point, and they had a live singer. So the guy on the guitar, the guy on the drums, fucking singer. So the guy was on for about an hour and that. Brilliant. To be fair, full place up on the table singing. So the guy had a 20-minute interval. So I'm going for a 20-minute interval, I'll be coming back. So Shane Blaney's got an unbelievable voice, isn't he? Like, proper good voice. And he's like to the guy, can I go up there and sing while that guy's off? But they're like, nah, you can't do it. So we all just sat back down, thought nothing of it. Next thing all you heard was, I sit and wait. And we just turned round, he just went up, mate. Just started singing.
Brilliant.
But the whole place erupted, honestly. It was so
He
good.
was game as fuck yesterday.
Aye, he was
Get
up
some
for
people's
it.
faces and all that, didn't he? That's it, huh?
Did he play you fucking
Alright.
crap?
Oh my days.
That's it, huh?
What one?
I've never seen him before.
Dan Casey,
Don't go.
Kofi Balmer, the one with the long throw.
Nah, it's it. Palma. Is it Palma?
Balmer.
Kofi Balmer.
Hey, Johnny Sutherland did he push you?
Tell them about the how many tops he went home with. How many t-shirts Blaney went home with after the performance.
Where does Blaney play? Do you know that?
Oh, aye. So when he was up singing, everyone in the place just kept taking their taps off in front of him.
What, woman? Is he a good looking boy?
You got yours back on,
Aye, I took my mate. So all the boys obviously took their taps off, chucked at them. But I've took mine off, chucked them. I've turned round. Ross Callahan ripped to fuck. Liam Gordon ripped to fuck. I've looked at myself like that. I was like, Shane, you see the white Zara one? Chuck it back. Put it back on after about 10 seconds, mate.
And Stevie Friel flung his jeans and boxes. With the dick. Amazing. Pet peeve story, innit? Not had John for ages, so this is what we're doing now. Anything that really annoys you, mate?
What, in football or life?
Both, if you can get a football one and life.
You know I complain about everything that's in front of me, don't I? That's in training, if something annoys me, I'll say.
What's the biggest thing that really annoys you?
You need to come back to me for that.
Modern day game, there must be something in the modern day game that...
Because you hear the taste of the old school game as well, didn't you? When you first probably broke in.
Well, I don't mind see if somebody gives it, but can't take it back.
So a lot of them out there.
Do you know what I mean? Like, if somebody gives it and can't take it back, I'm not a fan.
Would you name names of that now?
Me.
No, you were right up there, he's up there.
Aye,
You were right up there for a while. I wasn't on here for a couple of years, you annoyed me.
I can take it back, mate. You
No,
can
I
slag me
know,
back.
I know, but the Dundee United shout, you came my move to Dundee United.
Sideways moving, then you got relegated the next year.
But do
I
you
never
know,
got relegated.
No, I'm kidding.
Do you know
I moved in January, I wish I had the opportunity to say that.
That was a compliment
a compliment that?
No, I get that, but I couldn't turn it down, what a move it was. Do you know what I mean? With 6 months left in your contract. Plus I'm back at it well now. Worked out well.
Anyway, so what about life in general?
Honestly, think in the spot I won't get one, but I'll in
We'll
about
come
10
back
minutes
to
I'll have a load.
You's got any in this week?
Daniel Sturridge.
I'm with you.
Having him.
I think he's the worst pundit.
I can't listen.
I'll say Jamie Carragher. I'll say Daniel Sturridge had him on toast yesterday. Jamie Carragher talking about Trent not going to Real Madrid.
I think for that wee segment, fine, but in general, his analysis of the games are so bad, I think. It is, everything's a laugh and a joke. Honestly, Roy Keane must be like, what the fuck?
Roy Keane goes quiet when he talks, by the way. Roy Keane, I watched one this morning after the Man U Liverpool game.
I think his analysis is terrible, no?
It doesn't go into any sort of detail, does it?
We need to know Andy, Brendan Rodgers.
He's been talking about it. Nobody actually said. He actually
seen the
says
picture, mate, and seen him already.
He says I enjoy listening to you in the radio. He didn't say him go. So enjoy listening to the radio. But actually, I says to him, I says I'm choking for you to lose so I can cane you. But and then just a wee laugh.
But it wasn't.
And then I lost the next week and I wasn't on the radio.
He's tapping your face and all that, wasn't he?
Mate.
He was like that. They're fucking tomboys.
But mate, it was progressively getting harder, you know what I mean? I'm 33-year-old, don't need to tap me in the face. But he's like this. No, I like you in that radio. I was like, fucking hell.
They're fucking.
No, that's what he said, aye.
I've got something, and it's maybe talk about the missus. Jelly was 2 stairs at a time.
Aye.
See if I should annoy you. Yesterday we got in for your game.
That was your favourite one, you loved that.
Oh.
Amazing, mate. Somebody else said that to me the other day. Andy saying that about Jelly had me in tears, man. We got back for the game. I made a steak pie, made it, put it on the carrots, the broccoli, the mashed tatties. Because the Liverpool Man U game was starting, I was like, you serve us up. So it was me, her and Jude having it, mate. She gave me the smallest portion of steak pie.
When the two boys?
No, her and Jude had me up.
Nah, that's
You know the way you're looking at it and you go, if I say something here, I'm going to sound like a pure
You
prick.
start counting the toys.
And I'm like, she's got much more than me.
Is she meant?
I don't know. I don't know if she was fucking starving. Then the worst thing, mate, I'm done in fucking 2 minutes because I've hardly got anything on my plate. And she leaves half of hers.
But then you can just go in and get hers.
I know, but it's no point. What the fuck are you doing getting yourself, mate? And then, because I was so annoyed, mate, and then she brought her rabbits down while I'm watching the Man United game, mate, and started talking to her rabbits in a fucking baby voice, and I could have fucking booted them all over the place. Oh, what a
She said to
nightmare.
the rabbits.
Good boy, you're a good boy. Two rabbits will be like that, teacher. She never usually talks like that about the house. What the fuck she talking to that?
Brilliant, man.
The 2 steps at a time for me. I was gone for days.
You ever caught your missus licking her fork?
No, never.
I'm not gonna do that again. It's fucking disgusting.
Does your missus listen to this podcast and still no batter you when you go home for saying stuff like that?
she always she can.
The 2 steps at a time is unreal, but then the one I sent you,
that one, I know.
the one I sent you that night, my missus was going for a spray tan and I'm waiting in the car and she's bounced out with a St Mirren long jacket that had sub on it. I said you did it. It was the exact same night and I said, Gab, stand there. Take a picture and I sent it straight to Andy and I said, nah. Game's gone.
And then your bird does me, man, that annoys you. That licking the fork for me. Oh,
Disgusting, mate.
That's
I'm licking your knife.
The 2 steps at a time's worse for me though.
That was a real low point.
Has your bird ever done that after a packet of Chris?
That
could be the end for me if my bird done that.
I think the fork's worse though, mate. I don't know why.
Look at that.
Because the food's cold, but I know.
Oh, mate, licking a peanut butter off a fork or something. Aye.
Horrible.
Nothing
mate.
for you this week now?
You're
You're saying about chewing sweeties or something?
have you ever seen somebody sucking a sweet? Does that irritate you?
No.
The way your dad sucks it, so I can imagine it would.
I'd be sucking a sweet.
Aye, I don't mind
I'm
that.
sweetie daft, mate. Fizzy sweet, so that's me.
No, mate.
What about the ones I brought in? Did you try one?
The sourest sweets in the world.
Ruined the mouth.
It was disgusting, aye. Horrible.
You said he's one of the main characters in the dressing room, didn't you?
Aye. Yes, aye. But we've got a brilliant dressing room, honestly.
there's no
There's
one.
generally about 15 characters.
It's the best I've been in, I'd say.
Is
Aye,
it?
it's just carnage.
Please give the Ricky Foster shout, please.
I don't know if I can I?
That is, I think it's
No,
genius, man.
Ricky Foster, me and him have got a fractured relationship all the way back from St Johnstone days, and to be fair, yesterday when the Aberdeen support staff were ready to kill me at half time, he was the first man in.
Right in amongst it.
Right in about
He's a
it,
fighter,
aye.
he fucking into if they fought.
Right in, by the way,
I thought he would have said it, can't I?
It's a great show, mate. I think it's genius.
I'm not sure.
100%,
We
mate.
were up in Ross County a couple of weeks ago. We're all sitting there, we're all thinking the game's going to be called off the next day, inspection, weather's brutal, they're saying about the travel and whatnot. And he's just sat there, he's like, why am I up here? My missus is a millionaire. People like that.
I love that shit, mate, honestly. Last thing as well, football. I don't know if I've mentioned this before, people doing that after they score a goal.
Fucking
Managers
Phil
and
Clement,
coaches, mate.
Phil Clement, tag him in it.
He does it all the time.
Mate, fucking Hibs scoring these like that. Every goal that goes in, that's the first thing he does.
What does it mean?
I know.
Lenny was big
Check
when
your
it went.
eyes.
Lenny loved it. Lenny loved that as well when you scored. Get the ball back. Oh really? I wasn't going to get it back until you told us.
Aye.
And see that? What is it? Concentrate.
It must be.
Yeah,
aye.
he's pointing at his head, lads. We better start fucking concentrating.
I'm bad for that. Calm down.
I seen you doing that a couple of times yesterday.
I've got a few boys in the change room on me for that.
Six does it constantly, mate. You were 2 up. And Six is doing that.
Aye, he's a classic for that.
He loves a calm down shit. Oh.
No.
Why that? What, imagine the manager's like that.
The best in the league's a fucking every goal.
He stopped it, mate.
That's
That's how you know he
He's
stopped
listening.
it.
He's listening.
Murray used to do
Simon
that,
Murray,
mate.
every goal. Blah.
Swing that Johnny.
I did Johnny on his thing. But he was doing that, wasn't he?
But you were the big boy at Aberdeen centre half. What all game you were at each other, weren't you?
He's always canning him.
Strange first minute. I went up for a header and he's tried to leave one on me, but he's bounced off me and fell down. So I said, get up, stupid. As if, like, if you're going to leave one on me, at least do it. Do you know what I mean? And then after he grabbed me, I was like, what are you doing? Like, do you think you're a hard man or something? Like, what are you doing? I just don't get it. And then he's dived before the headbutt, and then I thought, right, sound. He headed me and I went down.
Where did he hit you? In the chest?
In the head.
In the
chin.
Right
Got me in the
temple,
chin.
mate,
So, by the way.
Was it?
Down that.
Their staff went mental, did you see it? Didn't they, mate?
Were they what to do you in?
Peter leaving still in the tunnel for me.
He's waiting on him.
Waiting on me in the tunnel, wanting us to go a go.
Did he say that? I'll get you in the tunnel.
No, he was standing there waiting. That's why Ricky Foster and him had a wee ding dong.
Were you shiting it when you were walking in?
I was walking in just like that. What we got to do at half time? You want me to get sent half? I'm going to punch you and get sent half? How stupid could you be?
I
Love it though, I love that.
was still standing in the pitch waiting that it died in. Well, first cams down a couple of minutes.
Stevie Friel had a couple of them
Like
like
come
that.
and tell you you're brilliant on the radio, innit?
Aye, I know.
Do you think every manager does that?
He was actually quite calm, Jimmy Tion.
yes, he's a calm guy,
He's
isn't
quite
he?
a calm guy, aye.
I've said that before. I think every manager in the SPL listens to media. Everyone.
Do you?
Aye. A couple of things have came up. Couple of managers have said things to me in the past where I've said, you've heard that on goal. You know what I mean? So I think they do. 100%.
Come on, listens.
Come on, do you think it's the hope
Definitely.
Slaney gets his holes?
Aye.
Does it come to
He had
Wonder?
his hole yet? Imagine calling that he had his hole.
Tell me, come to Wonder Ball with me.
Slaney! Get in.
I need to ask these lads New Year's resolutions if you've got any.
I'll tell you mine. You should know. The full changing room's dry Jan snus. And I was like,
Wow.
I'm no dry Jan, but I'll try and scale it back to eventually get half. So I'm having 4 a day.
Good
4
for you,
snus a day.
Nah, he's doing well.
I'm due my first in them.
Right.
You feel yourself being different, not having as much?
Well, see, the big thing they say is they say that, like, when you come off it, like, you're proper angry in that for the first couple of weeks, which I obviously don't want to be. So that's why I've kind of went for what
You were angry the
was
day before you quit, so
Aye.
you came in a stinker, I
to
mean.
4 a day, and I'll try and go down to like maybe 2 a day, and then wipe it.
Why is that? Why have you came up with this?
It's not good for you, is it?
Nah, it's not good.
Regardless, so
Stop it, mate.
and it stinks, mate, as well. So
Aye, it's wrong.
it's something that I'm going to try.
You
So
do it, Tony?
that's it.
No, I used to when I was, I think it's been about 7 years I've not touched it. I used to be bad for it, we spoke about that. I used to, when I was at Hearts, I used to be on a tub a day or whatever, and I just thought time to get up.
You've stopped.
No,
I'm not
bad.
saying you as much. That's because you're skint on it.
Start them on.
Are you stopped, aye?
Oh, fuck.
Are you for
Mad
riding? Is
for
that
it.
your
I'm
New
mad
Year's
for it.
resolution?
No, I'm
You're
mad for it. What's your New Year's resolution?
Read more books.
Good one.
I was in a,
Are you into books?
I used to read quite a bit, and then last year I just couldn't get a good book. So I started genuinely about 20, 30 books last year and never finished one. It was just
What kind of books are we talking? Fiction? Is it fact? Is
all
it
different. I like
autobiography?
I like autobiographies, and I like a kind of thriller, like James Patterson and that. And no, I read the best book I've ever read is about the one about the Enke, the goalkeeper at Kiltyshall. The one
don't know
that the
about
German goalkeeper played for Barca, Benfica, and that. Best book I've ever read. And when I was a few years ago, I used to read a lot more, and then I've been too tuned into PlayStation and TV and that recently. But I'm trying to get back in. I've started
I
on.
couldn't read a book.
No, I couldn't.
No,
either.
it's
I'd
so
love
hard.
to. Try to read on the summer about the ultras in Italy and 3 pages and just put it down. can't
I done an audiobook for Peps. I couldn't even do that either.
Oh really?
I couldn't do an audio
Yeah,
book.
mate, listen to somebody can talk about
I've read McConaughey's book. That was brilliant. Read that. Green Lights.
Green Lights is
No,
good.
I started it, but I just think it's a bit a load of lies, man.
A bit of wanky.
Like, did he not say he went during the night to build a greenhouse when his dad was like, no, he
No,
didn't.
he didn't, mate.
He didn't. He just didn't do that. Do you know what I mean?
No, he
it's
didn't.
just he never done that. Built a full greenhouse during the night between the hours of 1 and 5.
You read the chimp?
No, but actually,
That's the only one I've kind of
Ronnie
want to read.
Dyler put me in his office and said, "You need to read this. This is for you."
What, the chimp?
Aye, just before I left. Before I left, he was like, "You need to read this. This is for you." And I started and I got moving. I thought, "Fuck him,
yes.
fuck him." He's dead to me. Aye.
Need to ask him his food quickly before we get
Aye,
into it.
favourite meal, mate. Last
Fuck
day on
me,
air.
could be here to
Start a main dessert.
Could be here to half one.
Aye, it'll be a few pages.
Electric
aye.
chairs coming in. Who takes wheeling it in for him?
Good question.
Who wants to
Good
kill
gauge,
me?
eh?
Aye.
Oh, there's a few.
There'd be about 6 or 7 pulling that in, wasn't it?
I think maybe more. Probably up 60, 70.
Who
Aye.
else are you talking?
Jim Goodwin's wanting it, isn't he? He's wanting to
I
bring
don't
it
know.
in.
I'd give him a league title last year.
No, he got him up.
Give him a league title.
Single
Brilliant.
handed.
Aye, carried up the league title last year.
Who else should have pulling it in?
There'll be a few. I don't
Peter
know.
leaving, obviously.
After yesterday, he's dragging me by the ankles. Don't know.
We'll say Peter leaving then, wouldn't we?
I don't
Peter
even know,
leaving, we
because
go
that'll
with
be next time I see him, it'll probably die down unless he hears
The
it.
thing is with Peter leaving, he'll definitely want to be tasting your food, don't he?
Aye, you're not eating
He
that.
likes his grub, Peter leaving, doesn't he? You'll not be getting out yourself.
So what are you going for, mate? Order, starter, main dessert?
Starter, main dessert. Main, probably fried chicken and mac and cheese.
Oh, brilliant. Had that last night.
Oh, Dad.
Starter, I don't know, maybe bruschetta or something into that now. Quite.
What? So
Bread,
fried
carb.
mac and cheese and bruschetta for your starter?
No, fried
No,
mac and
for
cheese, you start
my
right
main.
then.
That's my main.
Fried
And
chicken
then,
mac. You in chips for that? Fried chicken mac and cheese.
aye, chips.
Just normal French fries or triple cooked or truffle or...
Thinner the better for me.
Andy.
Aye.
Thinner the better.
Thinner the better,
You like
you
your
love that.
potatoes?
Yeah.
You like your
Fry that up.
How many sets of potatoes do you have in your Christmas dinner?
I had three sets of potatoes.
What, mash, roast and...
No, more than that. Duffin
Dolphin
was.
one.
I love Dolphin, man.
I couldn't believe it when you
Three
told me.
sets of potatoes?
No, more. I think you could
Oh,
have been.
mash, roast and Dolphin with potatoes.
That's weird, that.
I thought more. I maybe made that up in my head for a better story. And then dessert, probably some sort of banoffee crumble or something.
And your drink of choice.
Coke Zero. No, yeah, I'm extra. I like that.
What have you had one last alcoholic drink? You're just drinking like one last one before you
I don't like it. It just makes me feel crap.
Guinness, nah, pint of Guinness.
Never drank Guinness. Nenever touched it.
There's your drink, mate. That'll change
Double Zero Guinness. I heard that's nice.
I had 00 is. My brother-in-law was on that.
And you're
weekend.
trying to play you out, mate.
Oh, yeah. My missus keeps getting on me because I keep saying everyone's my favourite song, but Dixie Chicks Travelling Soldier. Game over.
I don't know. Can you give a wee...
You know, don't you? 2 days past 8.
You would have heard
was waiting for a bus in his army green. Sat down in a cafe there, gave his order to a girl with a bow in her hair. I'm going to get a gig after this,
That's
isn't it?
decent.
No bad, no bad.
Good last day on earth, that, innit?
That is a good last day on earth.
A few people won't be turning up, but
I think Stevie Friel's definitely coming, because you've been at Celtic and that together
me and
as well.
Stevie are tight.
Wee Valdez in the front row and you're just... Victor Valdez, you just did that time before you do.
How's Stevie Way, you know, because did you two go on at Celtic?
He was always hard on me, but
Aye.
he was the first person that he gave the seal of approval to sign me, and then he was the first person that came and got me when we had a kind of training camp in Turkey for the 19s, and he was always like, look, we're going to be hard on you, but the day we stop shouting at you is the day we give up. And then met him a couple of times in between, and I spoke to David Bowman at Dundee United last year, and they said, one thing for sure, Stevie Friel never speaks bad about you, always tells how good a person you are, how good a player you are. And when I signed back, he was kind of standoffish at the start when I first came back, because it was as if like, don't want to begin him special treatment, but Stevie's brilliant.
That's brilliant, yeah.
Do you believe in that shout that coaches give? Like if I stop shouting at you, I don't
No.
care about you. I don't believe that either.
I do, because how
Boys,
many
I
times
hate that. I love shouting.
how many times does somebody get a ball and you go, and you just don't have the power to shout at them, you don't
Aye.
have the
But
energy
nah,
to shout
but
at some people.
you're still shouting at boys you don't like.
100%.
No, you're shouting at boys you hate, but the boys that you've gave up on, you'll know.
Maybe.
Good atmosphere yesterday. Tell him about but you as a young boy with Bob McHugh.
No, but can I say before that, what about what he left the name under the tickets?
The Shagman.
Paul the Shagman Slane.
It was an old guy.
The old guys, the wee old guys just staring at me. Mate, Paul the Shagman. The wee guy was just staring at me like that. Wasn't he? He was so baffled.
No,
Look,
he did been there,
These
surely.
can't be
You were
for you.
first
He
there.
looked at
No.
your face, didn't he?
No.
But these can't be for you.
Mate, see the thing. See, I know we done Secret Santa just before Christmas, and everybody's presents are so fucking oily gaff. and one of the boys bought Jair Tavares Johnnies. I was searching everywhere for his Johnnies to put in an envelope, mate.
I had them yesterday.
Bad Johnnies.
They were in Zach Robinson's thing where I'm sitting.
Oh,
and in
mate.
case somebody put them in my wash bag, I just hid them.
I was going to put about 40 Johnnies in that
Tell
envelope.
them about my secret Santa, how much fuss I kicked up.
Oh, aye. Did you see his tweet that went viral about his new boots?
No, I'm after. I didn't go on it as much.
What, like Chiquitos?
Chiquitos, aye.
It's his new brand of boots, Chiquitos.
They're vegan.
Chiquitos, do you know
They're
Mexican fucking...
vegan boots, mate.
I've got vegan boots, so it's a new company. They're unreal, by the way. The boots are sensational. I'm not even... How good are they?
No, like they're decent, right? But the packaging is generally a chippy boat.
Aye, with Chiquito on it, right? And I didn't know at the time, but the best thing about the story is, see Big Aston, they go, he's the nicest guy in the world. I sit next to him, quietest guy. You talk to him and he'll talk about you, but he doesn't right, come out and get involved. And
He comes out for crosses, he fucking hopeless at it.
no, he's brilliant at it. I love him, man. He's the best.
You do love him, don't you?
I think he's class. And the chippy box, he's got a salt and chilli chippy box for Secret Santa, and it's a £30 limit, so he's got that with salt and pepper in it, whatever, and it's stinking. And it's got a picture of Jim Goodwin sign saying, "You're shit. Sam Dalby's miles better than you. You're the biggest waste of money I've ever seen at Dundee United," right? Unreal patter, right?
Yeah.
But I was fuming because he never spent any money
That
on
was
it.
a 30 quid limit.
30 quid, so I was like...
£30 chippy,
so-
no Chiquito in the box.
So I was like, cheeky bastard. Like I wanted at least like the limit to be hit. So in my head I was reading, you and Shaney were sitting, pissing herself. So I'm fuming, didn't know it was Aston. Threw the thing in the bin, like, it's a fucking shambles, blah blah blah. Went up to Jim, somebody's come up to Jim and went, right, we need a meeting. There's a 15 quid Starbucks thing in it. I felt this big.
Starbucks
made
gift
that-
card.
Made it even worse. I didn't know it was Aston, so the boys were trying to tell me it was Liam Gordon to make it better. Get down to the changing room, whatever. PlayStation that night, AP said to me, "Can't believe Aston done that?" And I swear to God, my heart sank. I
He's a
felt
pure quiet guy.
the nicest guy in the world.
You're going nuts.
And I had been hammering him all day. And I had to
I got
text
a
him.
fucking Celtic fucking bath set.
Who gave you that, McGinn?
I still don't know.
I know who it is.
See?
That's
Out
McGinn.
them live.
Go on.
Canny.
Go on, out them live,
Aye,
Tony.
please.
I'm not going to name names, but he's same position as Aston.
Oh, it's Matty
Chris?
Conley. Okay.
Big Chris.
Big Chris.
No, Matty Conley.
Fuck.
See, when you do all that, we came in our best gear. I don't want to keep telling stories, but we all came in one day. We're like, right, tomorrow, every day, dressed up to the nines, worst dresses, getting a fine, blah, blah, blah. So 25 is in the changing room with our best clobber on.
Four turn up in suits. A Friday morning, mate.
Ross Carr and Sam Nicholson.
Love it.
The day before a game, wasn't it? Everybody's in the changing room, we're all buzzing. Matty
We get
Conley
beat the
comes
next
in.
day, you know, like, that's
Was that
got to
him?
stop.
It was the worst performance of the year. It was Hibs the next day. Matty Conley's come in with a trackie on. Your
Old guy,
goalkeeper.
ain't he, Matty? Can't say about
You love him, mate, didn't you?
But he can't turn up with a trackie. Sam Nicholson, Ross Callahan, like Dumb and Dumber. Two full, three-piece suits, the wee waistcoat, everything.
Heroes.
Is that the
Unbelievable.
best dressing room you've been in?
Aye, probably aye.
That's brilliant, isn't it?
Think that's why he's got so many good results.
Because when adversity, we just turn up and get a decent result, don't we even...
I don't talk too soon, mate.
No,
so.
exactly.
I'm not bothered with that roller coaster, I said it.
See, just quickly, see my missus speaking to our rabbits that way. See the chickens, did you change your voice to talk to them?
I was like, oh, he's a good wee chicken.
Why do people do that when they're talking to pets?
Nah, I didn't really talk to them. I never gave them names of that. I tried to...
Keep it as like
They're dead now, but do you know that?
Oh, they did?
How did they die, Fox?
I don't want to keep telling stories.
No, keep telling stories.
No, I-
Choked
See,
it.
I don't. He came in gutted, right? And all the boys ripped the out of him for about 4 hours, mate. Honestly, he's obviously texting the group chat. He's texting the group chat like two his chickens died.
Yeah, you need to like know big moments in life.
So he said, "Boys, just so you know, that's the chickens did." A badger sent him, right?
A badger?
Aye. So he's came into the changing room, you know, like that. The badger sitting with the chickens like that, pointing the chickens. Just caught full chickens, you like.
What story there? Because I would be here all day. No, but that morning that I get told they were dead, I was moving house and we were going on holiday, so I said, right, my missus is a solicitor and where her family's from in Italy, there's a boy from Italy and he's here, he's got a farm now. So I messaged him and I said, mate, going away for a week or two, then we're moving house, can you take care of the chickens just till I get sorted? Put them in the farm, whatever, and went up, all good, and I got a text message one morning, remember, and it was like, so excited, we've got loads of baby chickens. So it was like they'd gave birth, whatever.
Ah.
So I was like, buzzing, mate. That's
Does that
so...
make you a granda?
No, that's what I said. I said, buzzing, mate. Oh, delighted. was it my chickens that gave birth? He replied, no, your chickens are all dead.
Fuck's sake.
I showed you the message, I went through that and I was like,
Why did you...
and he just sent a picture of a badger in the coop. And just, they'd all been scranned, and I was just, I couldn't process it. I'd went for having 10 baby chickens or something, thinking they were my chickens. And he was
Salted
like,
chili chickens and all that, right? In a Sakito box.
he'd sent me the things, and I was like buzzing. I swear I had got high. I was thinking, I've reproduced here. I've not had kids of my own, so I've no got to that stage in life. But there, I was like buzzing. My chickens have gave birth, and he went, no, your chickens are dead, mate. And I was like,
He's a sicko, that guy.
I know, mate.
Much in it.
So does he need to reimburse you for obviously losing your chickens?
he said I can have all the wee chickens, but I'll get more chickens back. But it was a badger that got in, and I put it in the group chat, and I get zero sympathy. It was a rough moment in my life, and I got hammered.
Are you going to get more chickens, mate? Aye.
Aye, I love
Are
them.
the eggs that good, Tony?
The best. Honestly, the best. I've not been able to bring them in, but the best.
What is so good about it?
You need to feed them certain stuff. You need to give them grit because they don't have a great stomach. I don't even think they have a stomach, so they need stones. And I see, before I got them, that's how my mind works. I went on YouTube, internet, everyone just searching how to do the best of the best, and they had the best life.
Oh,
They were living better than us inside the house.
But I think chickens bring rats, so that's the only thing.
How do they?
My neighbour had chickens and there was rats kicking about her fucking estate.
We were alright.
He's alright.
The foxes never went near them either as well. It was just when they went
Just
on
the
farm.
badgers.
Just the badgers.
The badgers were
Stevie
rough.
Friel dresses a badger, innit?
They were saying it was sods for a while.
Choking it.
I slagged sods that morning, my badgers went that night. I think it was about his best 11. It must have been the same time he put his best 11
for the
out.
best 11.
They
done
won,
on
didn't
here.
it? Fucking hell.
The boys,
I get 11 of my pals to beat his team.
I stopped listening to Open Goal after that. That was disgusting.
They
That
won
was
it.
the worst.
Right, boys, the clubhouse.
Oh, what a place.
You've been?
No, but I'm definitely going
Need to
to.
go, lads, honestly.
I will be there.
Is that where the podcast was last week? Did it look nice?
Honestly, what a place it is. Viewers can get 20% off as
Just go
well.
in and you see open goal.
Just go and see Open Goal.
Brilliant, that, mate.
That is class, aye.
But see, honestly, see when you go in, but see, if you want to go and watch your football, the TVs, even the grubbing, that's amazing, isn't it?
The food's really good. The day double cheeseburger, it's
Your favourite?
like flame grilled. It's like a Burger King double cheeseburger.
Aye.
Lovely. The bratwurst's really nice. Sensational lineup, live football this week, lads. 2 Carabao Cup semi-finals between Arsenal and Newcastle. Who'd you fancy for that?
Oh, I fancy.
I'm going Newcastle. Arsenal are one of the worst watches ever now, man. I don't know
They're
what
so
he's done.
boring,
actually.
mate.
Stoke City, mate.
Holy
They're
fuck,
so
man.
boring. I don't know what's happened there.
And Tottenham and Liverpool
That'll
on
be
Wednesday.
some
That
game.
could be 8-0 Liverpool, but who'd you fancy for the game?
Liverpool. Go to see Liverpool for that.
What a game was yesterday, Liverpool Man U, wasn't it?
Mate, what is going on with Man U though? How can they? Do you see them beat
Mate, do
Newcastle?
you know what they are now under him? They're well coached.
But they won the Newcastle.
No, they were.
No, but
See,
they've
against
not got the
Newcastle,
players,
they
mate.
were fine.
No, they were getting.
They
Mate,
were-
it could have been 5-0 down.
But they had Casemiro and Ericsson in the middle too, mate.
That comes-
That was personnel. It's not
That
doing
comes
his
through
coaching.
him.
No, it
Put the two
doesn't.
in there. Of course it does.
Who
You
else?
put them in.
He's not got any deals.
Who else are you going to put Diallo and Garnacho?
Kobe Manu came on after 20 minutes.
All right.
That is Zuxie. When Zuxie got hooked.
What man want back up? That's
know.
a loss.
See his ball for Maguire's chance last night? That's what they were talking about.
Bobley's in, wasn't it?
What's
Chipped
he
it
doing?
up.
That's a bad pass, that mate.
He's killed
Pass if you-
Maguire.
It's a bad pass, right? But Harry Maguire's on 250 grand a week.
Aye,
He's in
still
England.
score, aye.
And he can't
He's a
put his
centre-half.
A big
body
centre
on the
half,
ball.
mate. He's no going.
Big double. He's actually playing. He played well, I thought, yesterday. Maguire.
He's
It
class.
was one of them as well. See, watching it, I kind of wanted Man U to win.
So did I.
But usually don't care when I'm watching
Aye,
the games.
no.
Just want a good game, but I actually wanted them to win in the end.
I like Cameron Juice.
I like the way he talks.
See, to be honest with you, I've watched him a couple of times and not been impressed, but
Good,
like you say,
Andy.
it's like,
Playing with dog shit.
I think with his system, 3-4-3, it's specialised positions in the pitch where he probably needs certain players.
How
Then
good's Diallo was at Rangers? Holy fuck.
What's going on
What
there?
player, man.
Makes
Oh,
no
what's going
sense.
on?
He was unreal against us one game. I think he chipped the ball over Big Ross Graham's head in
What, for
one
Rangers?
game at Rangers. I think it was his only good game at
I
Rangers.
remember it, Tannadice,
He was
didn't
unbelievable, and he just went, and he went down there and then just
Yeah,
unbelievable
he's
again.
Yeah.
He is a player.
He is a player. They'll also be showing Dundee v Rangers on Thursday night,
Must win. And it
Must
is
win.
for Clermont.
as well as the 12:30 kick-off between Ross County and Celtic on Saturday. Book yourself a table at the link in the description box below.
See, just before we go into Tony, what can I ask you? See if that happened to you with Zuxie, or are you staying down the tunnel?
No, I'm sitting on the bench.
No, he looked.
Fucking taking it, mate.
He went down the tunnel because he wanted to cry.
Evening, that's right.
No,
what time was it?
28 minutes or something.
Did you see his eyes though?
Didn't even
He
know
needed
that.
to go down the tunnel. He's probably went
Right,
down
he's
to
going to burst out of tears.
I think if he sat on the bench, he'd have just cried. Aye. He looked lost.
What you doing there? You're not coming back.
Probably just sitting on the bench and just going behind a chair and crying. Aye. Yeah, it was rough.
I don't think it's that bad. I've done it about fucking 8 times at Broomhill.
They had to change
I had to
something.
change something.
See, St Johnstone, 2 subs after
Twenty-
28 minutes yesterday.
Aye.
So did
Two of them?
Dundee United. Dundee
They-
United.
them as well.
The boy big boy in the middle, and
Was somebody get tagged for Dundee United the
Holt.
Rangers game?
Holt.
Aye.
He took Holty off, didn't he?
That's
Aye.
right.
Ended up being the best thing that's happened to Holt. He's been fucking brilliant.
How good's Holty been this year?
Really good, mate.
Holty is good. Holty is good. He's just him and Doc probably stayed with us a bit too long. Or kind of a bit of loyalty.
He was a left back when I played with Holty Dundee, but he
Doesn't want to play left back.
Aye, good centre
Refuses
back,
to
isn't
play
he?
left back.
Yeah. You ever been hooked early
Um,
in your 24 games?
nah, never.
Nah.
I was always a sub.
What was your? You
Always a sub.
I would just take it now.
But I think football has changed. It happens a lot more
You ever been
often.
sub-subbed? I've been sub-subbed.
Have you, Tony?
Get put on a bit. I think somebody got injured. Standard Liège. Get put on and played till half time, 6 minutes, and then somebody gets sent off, and I was the one that came off.
Okay, that's not
Different with a red card.
Different with a red card.
I was nearly crying that game. That's what I'm saying about the Zirtzy. I went straight down the tunnel, and then the manager apologised to me. Because then, when he done that, he put a midfielder on, but then he took the midfielder, another midfielder off and put another striker on. So, that's what kind of annoyed me. But, no, I've been done before, but football, you just got to take the good with the bad, innit?
I'm not going to name names, but it was a big Celtic player who got subbed under Martin O'Neill.
I know.
And was greeting in the
Craig
change room
Beattie.
after it.
Was it?
Craig Beattie,
Was
wasn't it?
Greeting in the
No
change
naming names.
Was it Craig Beattie?
I thought it was Craig Beattie.
No naming names.
Oh, that means it was.
It must have been Craig Beattie.
How do you think that?
How do you know that? Is
Seen
it
it
to
at
say?
Ibrox, wasn't it?
By the way, I don't think there's anything. Football's so emotional that you can definitely.
I don't like
tear
a
up.
sub. I disagree with that with a manager.
What,
if you
why?
get put-
What
no.
if the boy comes on, he's doing shite and you're going to get
But
beat?
she as well. See if you get put on after 20
You're
minutes.
not going to
you
be
get
people's
hooked at
mates.
85.
Still playing like 60.
You're still playing 65 minutes. If a manager put me on at 20 minutes and I was tired at 85 and comes off, put your hand up and say sound.
Mate, they can't used to hook boys 24 minutes constantly, mate.
Aye.
Just get on, man, it. Fuck
See, to
it.
be fair, I've not been on since. See, our Tynecastle game, we could have made about 6 subs after 20 minutes.
That's my
Your man was saying that
the
yesterday.
biggest
Terrible.
doing I've
we
ever
should
seen,
have.
mate.
Why is that,
That's my
Andy?
pet peeve. See the amount of managers, and you'll notice it when a game's on Sky Sports makes a sub before half time in Scotland. The amount of times you see it
As in, like, just because only because it's on the telly?
to make them show that they're. I've seen it so many times. I don't like it, and it's just to see that they can be seen to change.
Got a bit
but
of authority or they can change something
Don't like
earlier. Well, Murty done you, didn't he?
Aye, that was the same. That was.
what minute was that?
43 or something?
See that?
Doesn't even
That's
make
what I mean. It
sense.
was.
That's
It
a
was
sham.
so.
See that?
Close, it was
See
dead
if it
close
was-
to half time. I can't remember the minute, but it was.
See if it gets to 40, just stay till half time. What's the
I
worst
know.
that can happen? That's just for your own self. That's for your that's
He's blaming the
that's
players
what I'm
there.
saying.
But he did say to you that I'm going to do a headstand at half time on you, had my life.
Need you a nice Nelly.
Make sure you got my ankles on it. Tony, what? Back to Motherwell.
Can I just before that wee chapter?
Let's wrap the chapter part because that is what I'm fucking mate. 2025
pet
new
peeve.
chapter. Shut the fuck
Mate,
up.
were you surprised in the summer we done United how it sort of?
I'm just
They
surprised
do
how it got handled. You can.
But did you think you were going to be there this season?
I spoke to Jim Goodwin at the end of last season, and he was going to speak to people in the summer, and I said to him, like, it was end of season awards, I was sober, I think he had a few beers, and I said to him, do I need to speak to you over summer? He went, no, as if like,
Aye,
no, and then we got a new head of recruitment, whatever, and when we came back, first couple of weeks I thought I was going to be in about it, and then see when you the manager does speeches, and it's like everybody's got to get minutes, everybody's got to get this, and then they told Grimshaw that he's to go, and then he was getting on before me, and I was thinking, what's going on here, like, something's not right. And I just wish it was handled a wee bit better, but look, we had a good time last year. I can't complain. I've ended up back at Motherwell and I can't complain.
Were you worried about going back to Motherwell, Tony, obviously with the fans? I don't know, bother.
No, because I knew that when you actually put it out there, I had to go to Dundee United. It's a short career, you can't. Motherwell never blew my socks off with an offer either. They'd give me an offer after Dundee United. Dundee United came, offered me what they offered me, and then Motherwell offered after it, and I thought, I can't turn this down for my family. And it made, said it as well, my missus, a solicitor, she had done a year and a half on her traineeship, and it made that decision easier that she wanted to be in Scotland. She had to be in Scotland.
So you
I
couldn't
didn't want to go to
yourself,
England, I didn't want to do anything.
You just had your baby chicks as well.
My baby chickens were in the line, but I had to go. The Motherwell fans, I think, now understand that because they've been brilliant now, haven't they? They've been really good with me, and I had to go. I couldn't turn it. I want to be at a stage in my life in the future where I'm comfortable, I'm happy, my kids can all have a good life, and Dundee United gave me an offer where it helped.
That is the thing, and fans didn't see like offers and how it could change your life, and
Aye.
kind of
There's
turned
not a
into
lot of
sort
money in Scotland though, do you know what I mean? So even if you're in the sort of top league, you're not going to be getting a massive wage.
It's like you say, it's relative, innit? Like, see the Trent stuff. Like Trent's still going to get 200 grand a week at Liverpool.
300 they're saying, aye.
Right, so for that area, I can understand, but what you can get paid in Scotland, if you're going to go and double that or treble that,
Massive,
aye.
But now you're skint again.
Skin again, aye. Now I'm
Enjoying it, which is the most
enjoying
important.
it. Nah, I'm Dundee United. I'm still on loan, so I've got another 6 months of being alright, and in the summer I'll need to play for free for Motherwell. But that's sound. I'd go and play for free for Kettlewell now. Euro.
But you were at the game yesterday. We'll start with that. What did you think?
Okay. I actually thought Aberdeen. I was interested in watching Aberdeen as well as you, because of the form they've been in. I actually thought they started well. I thought they looked good on the ball with foot, sort of
creating a lot of chances.
But what I did feel is when you scored, I felt I just seen confidence drain completely out of them.
Well, I feel like Aberdeen are playing a lot safer than they did at the start of the season.
You were saying that
for
yesterday.
example, and I was saying, I'm watching them, right? The majority of their goals last year came from Mackenzie going down the left-hand side, Nicky getting at the back post and scoring. See now when Mackenzie attacking, Nicky's standing away back to the pitch.
I think that was to do with our shape. I think the manager, because we played 3 strikers.
Yeah.
And obviously we were dealing with our back 4, and I don't think, and I'm not, obviously the manager picks the team, it's nothing to do with us as players, and the way that, I don't think, the first minute, Devlin's ran by me, and you've clamped him. And after that, he was back
Just
a bit.
stayed.
And same with Mackenzie on the other side. I just felt that, like you said, I don't think they got the numbers in the box because of our shape.
They've not got the right balance in the middle of the pitch.
No.
See, at times they were keeping it quite well with Nilsson, Polvara and Chinney, but there was nobody to go in and take the ball to the attacking players. I think they've got decent attacking players. The 2 wide players, Duke and Clack, was it?
No,
Kiskinen.
Aye, he's good. The boy Kiskinen's good.
We obviously we played 5-2-3 yesterday, so it was me and Davo on the middle of the pitch against their 3 and their inverted wingers. So it's an overload for us, but I thought their midfield 3 played in front of us the full time.
Definitely.
So they never really troubled us by playing in behind the lines, kind of having us second guess ourselves whether we can go and press them or we had to stay.
But I think that's to
So I
do
just
with
felt
you
as
and
if
Davo knowing that. I think before the game you kind of knew that leave them there and they
Aye,
won't.
but you know what's right, if they played with one of them as a 10 or 2 as 10s or 2 8s just kind of playing in behind you, then as a
You're constantly,
midfielder you're always worried about what's behind you.
You're right, because what ended up happening, you just sat off him, didn't it? And then your strikers kind of ended up pressing their 2 midfields. Go back to Rubizak, mate, and he was them. He just kicked the ball back to you.
Aye.
Holy.
Well, to be fair,
Play Clarkson in the middle of the pitch.
aye, Clarkson made a difference when he
Much
came
better.
on.
mate.
Clarkson's a player. He gave me a bit. He knocked me down and said, "Sit down."
Did he?
Aye, I swear. And after that, I was like, "Yeah." And then I said something to him after, like joking. I wasn't asked because I think what a player he is, and I said to him, "I thought you were a good player before you done that." But he's proper put me down in my arse and said, "Sit down."
Neil scored a
he was
belter, didn't he?
Aye, did
Off the bar.
But again, I loved your first goal. Just purely because it wasn't just a kick up the pitch. I think you drop in, put a couple of passes in together, space opens up, then you hit that longer one. Boys' first touches, but V55 is a good player, isn't he?
Good matches, he's very good.
Aye.
When
And then you make the run, and then the opposite winger's in for the other side. I love it.
Aye, when he's on it, he's a joke.
And he's a great lad as well.
He is, aye. The gaffer does a lot, so we do quite a lot of, if we do like a possession based drill, the gaffer will fit a 1v1 in it somewhere. So it's like a possession in the middle and it might be like a 1v1 the wider areas. See if you're up against JT in the 1v1s, mate.
Getting done.
Done.
Remember that day? I think it was the first time he done it. You might have been in a recovery. He started terrorising everybody. He was flicking it. Cruyff turned through people's legs, and it was. Were you training that
I
day?
don't think so. But he is very
That day,
sharp.
I thought, wow, this best I've ever seen somebody 1v1s.
Was there a certain person he runs constantly? Please say
Sods, it's got to be Sods.
He does it to everyone.
He does it to everybody. Anybody up against him, he's.
Wait, is he young?
21 or something like that?
He's a player, mate. I wanted to ask you about your role, mate. Like, see for the first goal, like we're massive on structure in our team. So see if you're playing it off the left, weren't you?
Aye.
I hate my left winger coming out at the right hand side of the pitch. But is that something that Kettlewell talks to you, or you got kind of a license to go wherever you like across the front?
He talks to me more about when they're in possession, tucking in and then getting out to him. He likes obviously pressing and that, but then that's just more a bit off the cuff. I think JT's kind of been the target. I've came under him, then Moses just tucks over. The 3 years can interchange. And
Something he's mad on with our strikers, tells him all the time, is out of possession, if we press and it goes to the wide areas, you drop into the 6. You don't just stay up in the centre half and just allow the 6 to go on the ball. And
He's done that well yesterday.
Out of possession, I think he's in possession as well, but I think out of possession, the managers.
You're brilliant at possession
Yeah.
yesterday.
Our shape since I've been at the club, Tynecastle was a freak, and that's what felt the worst because out of possession we were so bad, and I think that's what annoyed him. But out of possession, I think we've been so good.
I like your 3 centre backs, mate. I think they defend the box well. On the ball at times they're frustrated because I think they could pass the ball more, but See, whenever the ball was going wide, your goalie was staying on his line this week. I thought your three centre-backs defended really well yesterday.
Aye.
Apart
And
from
it came in the box.
mate, your ball at the back post. How's he not scored that?
A great ball.
Oh, dance for the
Yes,
no. Aye, he's usually so good at them as well. He's like dead aggressive. So I think if you want
Some
anyone
ball.
to fall at the end of that, it's him. But we had a lot of chances yesterday. That's what I will say. I don't think we were great, to be honest. But I thought on the basis of the chance, we had so many chances to score goals.
Do you see enough for Aberdeen that they can go out this run?
Do you know what, mate? I think their centre-backs are poor.
Well, the fixtures on
The
the great.
centre-backs worry.
Hearts next,
Aberdeen,
aren't they?
they've got to invest. They will invest, won't they? They're kind of in a good spot.
Like
anyway.
Hearts at home, Rangers away, the next two.
Aye, and then Elgin in the cup, but Hearts that they've picked up, haven't they? I don't know, mate.
Hearts battered us last week, mate.
What were the good at? What were Hearts good at? Was it proper playing?
Proper playing, energy, athletics at Penrice was fucking like Roberto Carlos,
Aye,
mate.
he could
Honestly,
end up at Barca. He's a joke.
just kept running by people, mate.
Was he?
Fucking running behind and
What a season he's having.
What a finish
he
that was at the
was-
weekend.
Yeah,
So,
what a bit of business it is for them. Like just plucking them out of a relegation-ridden levy. Like fair play, whoever signed them. Who was it? Savage or Naismith or whatever. Like
Well, Savage
Anyway.
Gemini, innit? I think Penrice a Gemini.
Aye,
as
he was
well,
fighting with himself,
I think
innit?
it was Savage, The Equaliser signed him, didn't he?
yeah,
Watching the
yeah,
Equaliser.
he was so good. Him and
He was,
Spitz against us. Hearts probably don't deserve to be down with it, do they?
there's no way they're anywhere near the bottom coming.
Well, they'll start to climb, that's for sure.
You think so?
100%. Because even
No
when they
way.
were when they picking up results, they were still playing really well. We'd said it on here.
Well, since Kitchens came in the door, they've got the fourth in the table.
Oh, is it?
So since he's came in the door, aye. So like, everyone's talking about, they don't really feel like he's the man. And I'm not saying Foles brilliant for a Hearts manager to be there, but let's not, they never won in 8 before he got the job. Do you know what I mean? Same group of players
Aye.
to then be fourth in
I
the
like-
form
I like the
table.
way
And do you know what's good about that as well, Andy? It's not as if just Shanklin's getting them results now.
Aye,
Whereas
I know,
last year,
aye.
you look at
Relying
well,
on
they're
it.
probably only third because Shanklin was so good. Shanklin's not been at his best this year and he's still fourth in the...
And he's brought 3 academy players into the team. I
Yeah.
think Forrester's basically played every week.
He's
James
playing well,
Wilson's
that boy.
playing every week. Macaulay Tate's played a few games. So he's actually brought in young boys as well.
Brilliant.
Can I ask you a wee question?
Of course. But, mate, you didn't need to ask me when
Why
you
does
asked
he
the
ask
question.
you
You know
that?
your dad.
Terrifying.
You're
Yeah.
his dad.
Why'd you ask that?
Honestly, I've been with him all weekend, mate. He genuinely is like my first. He doesn't even talk to me, just goes and sits with the two boys.
Mate,
mate.
they two
Talking
are
about
golden, mate.
the most immature. I'm sitting trying to watch a game of football and I could hear the referee just laughing, talking about the most immature shit ever, man.
Mate, honestly, they two are golden.
No, but the worst thing is when they come back to my house, mate, they're pure high as a kite, speaking like him as well. Do you know what I mean?
Honestly, what a laugh. I think we took one bit of the game in yesterday.
I don't think you
What was
watched
your
any of the game.
question?
The question is a correct question. Obviously, we were at Celtic when James Forrest was coming through a young player. I don't think you see a better young player, but is Lennon Miller, no, it's different positions, but is he at the same sort of level or can they do the same heights as Forrest?
Would you know went with the McGregor comparison? with
I'd
that?
have went more the Turnbull comparison
Or the
in terms
Turnbull.
of coming through Motherwell. You had a big
Why did
chance
I-
there.
What a question, I know. I
James
picked the
Forrest.
right name.
Guys,
But do you think Forrest is the best young player we've
I'll
seen?
talk about James Forrest all day. You know, I've got a top 3. You've snuck right in there. Trev Carson and
used to have now,
Trev Carson and
Rangers and Celtic fans would be, how are they 2 pounds?
I know.
Spanish.
How's Andy Powell's
That's
him?
me in the blacklist with our club, aye. No, I'd talk about Trev Carson and James Forrest all day.
Trev's the hero, isn't he?
Trev's a legend.
What
But no,
about-
Jamesy's the best I've seen. Just
Lennon
the
Miller,
cre-
can he get to the heights?
Lennon Miller, see Len when you take away his ability, the size of him, he's like that, isn't he? Doesn't get bullied. He runs 12.5k a game. He's got everything going from outside the ability, and then see when you add the ability on, he's frightening. He goes and he does whatever he wants. If you see like boys with success abroad, he can go and do that.
Aye.
Well, what about the McGregor thing? Because obviously it's similar position. You seen McGregor when he first broke into
He
first
wasn't a
team?
centre mid.
No, McGregor we played a 4-2-3-1 and McGregor either played half a right or in the 10. And McGregor was unbelievable, both foot finishing. I would never ever got him dictating tempo. I would never have got him
As a centre,
like driving people on. He was more like single-minded where he'll get goals, assists, and it's like it wasn't all about the team back in the day, and that's not an insult on him. That was more like his numbers.
Yeah.
He was a grafter, but for what McGregor's done, it's incredible. But I think Len's more like McGregor used to be. I'd say he's more attacking. I know he sits in the 6 for us, but like he can score goals, free kicks, pens, everything.
What eventually do you think Miller's best position will be?
6.
6 for me, yeah.
Think so? I like
Is it
him in-
6?
Because he's got an unbelievable range of passing.
But do you not think you could do that for the 8 with somebody sitting behind him doing the dirty stuff?
I think
Oz
it's
is
fair
a
to say the
6.
one thing that I think Lennon lacks is that kind of burst of pace. So I think as an 8, I think that's what McGregor was so good at. maybe 5, 6, 7, or even a year ago.
chance.
He's got that wee burst of pace to get out of pressure as well, and he can go in wee sort of mazes.
Especially
That's
if
the
you're
one
that
thing.
eight with that running between the two.
Whereas I think, see if you just ask Lennon to stay in the middle of the pitch, dictate the game out of possession, he's brilliant as well. He actually win the ball back, he's very good.
Breaks everything up, but I think his final pass and his shots on goal.
I think he'll still be that for a 6 though.
Think so?
Definitely.
I think his best thing is his finishing and he's like kind of wee thread that passes, and I think if you can get somebody doing the donkey work behind him, then get him there.
I watched him a couple of weeks ago at Parkhead, mate. It was outstanding. See his range of passing, unbelievable.
I seen him. He's zinged on it. I remember it in the second half.
He's like a man, and he's what 18.
Yeah.
He plays like a man.
Brilliant.
Right, on to Rangers. Rangers same personality. Slaney, who's more bipolar, Rangers or Slaney?
I would say me, but that's saying something.
I think they've got a picture of you up in the dressing room.
100 mate. I mean, it's actually exactly the same when you look at both, innit? But we said it the other day after they beat Celtic. We watched it in the podcast. You would not be surprised if
it's the most Rangers thing ever, mate. Honestly,
Innit?
Oh, all day long.
And then see the thing is, see the start of the game, you're thinking this could be 4 or 5 by the way.
Aye, they've started
Because I left it 2-0, mate, and then he's like to me, it's 3-3. But Rangers like, no way, man.
I tell you what, I'd love to be a fly in the wall. I'd love to ask somebody, was there a change for the manager at 2-0? Because for me, they 100% changed. 100%.
But as in sat back.
Didn't play with anywhere near as much tempo. It's as if they just kind of wanted to hold on to what they had with the 2-0, and then Hibs grew into the game. I've said this so many times about Rangers. I think it's definitely more a factor away from them than it is at home. Don't control games, mate.
Like 100%.
Don't control games at all. So see if you're 2-0, you need to take better care of the ball. Aye, and move teams. And again, it just ends up like a basketball game. And by the way, Hibs could have easily scored more goals in the second half. So could Rangers, to be fair. But it got to that stage, 2 each. Somebody was going to score again. It was never going to finish 2 each. Now, when it went to 3 each, obviously Rangers ended up getting that chance at the end. But
do you not think that's why teams in Scotland never ever consistently win games of football though? Because they didn't control games?
Aye, potentially. But what, again, Rangers get 12 points for 10 away games. 12 points, mate. They've won the same amount of away games as Ross County. Ross County didn't win an away game for 18 months. And they've won the same amount of away games as Rangers have now. It's meant, but I do think, and I think everyone kind of agrees that Rangers have always been suited to certain type of games. That's European games or teams that will be a bit more attacking against them. Don't get me wrong, I didn't see that Rangers Celtic result coming at all. Couldn't see it for a mile away. But I think the games have always kind of suited the way they want to play because they
had 34 possession against Celtic.
They are always better at kind of nicking balls in the middle of the pitch and then hitting teams in transition.
Did you see that one yesterday? Outside Old Firm games, the 4 teams that won all had less possession than the teams that lost.
Well, look at St Johnstone, mate. My mate's a Dundee fan.
75%.
St Johnstone.
The amount of shots he had, I know.
Johnstone controlled the full game.
I think they were 3-0 up, mate, and St Johnstone had 75% possession. 75.
Wow.
That's like Celtic against Elgin, mate.
That's incredible, isn't it? St Johnstone.
Scotland, it's
Elgin.
Oh, is that where you took your height?
No.
But why can Rangers let's talk about this. Why can Rangers against Hibs when you're 2-0 up, forget what the manager's saying, right? Players on the pitch go, lads, let's fucking keep the ball off Hibs here.
They should have.
100%.
I just don't think they've got the nous. I don't think they've got is it the first goal they conceded? What's the goal? It gets pinned back
3 set pieces.
Miller's up at the back and it's Jeff G and maybe Raskin against Miller. The 2 of them, not one of them.
Young
trying to
King
move
Martin
them.
Bashiri for the third.
Like,
who's organised that?
But it's just I think they need something. I don't know if it's Scottish, English, somebody that's got just a bit about them that I think they lack that, but I think they're good. We've seen them second half against us, they were really good. First half they were poor, but they lack just some organisation. I don't know what it is, but they've got really good players. We speak about it. Jeffchi, for me, very good. They've got,
back,
I like him. Černý's very, very good. Igamane, see yesterday.
Wow.
Even star, isn't he?
Bajrami.
But mate, Hibs defending.
What about Hadji, mate?
Hadji's for me is I could not believe he never played. I said that just that season. I think he's very good. Diamandi's good. They've got good players, but they just need something different, somebody horrible just to get a hold of them, I think.
But see, Hibs set up for Rangers' first goal. They play 3 at the back, right? Your wing backs are going high.
Unreal.
How is Rocky Bashiri 1v1 with Igamane on his own?
He should still deal with that amount.
He needs to deal with that.
He's in control of that.
Even for the cross in the box.
Should never be 1v1, mate.
No.
Even for the cross in the box, somebody's at right at the back post for Rangers, like out the pitch, never scoring for there. But it's Igamane, and there's like a box of 5 Hibs players running about him, and not one of them are anywhere near Igamane to make contact. There's like 3 of them on the edge of the 6-yard box, 2 on the edge of the box, him just standing at the penalty spot like that. But both teams didn't defend well.
No.
Hibs didn't defend, obviously cross balls for all 3 of the goals. And then Rangers for set pieces have been so bad for such a long period of time. And
But look at the back four. Look at the back four. Like Proper's the biggest by far. Sterling's no the biggest. And then you've got Yilmaz and Jeffrey. That's your back four. Who's that?
Yilmaz would be better just going on fucking Sterling's shoulders, wouldn't it?
Aye, mate.
Imagine that before.
Raskin.
He's a fullback and I'd leave him up the pitch. The corners, I would.
No, mate. Both of them. You'd tell both of them to go.
Raskin's small as well, mate.
Raskin's small. Černy's no the biggest. Bahrami's no massive. Hadji's no massive. Igamane probably.
Yeah.
You're not getting by him. He's a unit. But I think set pieces they are.
We're just standing at this coaching point, right? Igamane's Rangers sole striker. First goal for Hibs. The ball goes wide. Bashiri and the other centre back go like that. And Igamane, just go with Igamane now.
Go with him, aye.
Just get tight to him.
Aye.
Your manager's big on that, like contact defending in the box. Like, you need to make sure you've got, not a hoddy somebody, but you need to make sure you're putting pressure. I hate it, he's a striker, when I'm about to make a movement and somebody just blocks me.
Just follows you.
Puts me half moving again. You're thinking, you obviously need to go again, but you want to be moving so you've got a bit of space.
Well, why 3's on the edge of the 6 if there's nobody on the edge of the 6? Do you know what I mean?
The goalie can come and take that.
Aye.
I don't know what you said.
No, I don't think that was a penalty. Hibs penalty, right? But Clement's got to stop coming out and making excuses. He kept on top of that penalty decision, right? And for me, as I said, I don't think it was a penalty, but they're 3-2 up after that. So you're still there at the game. It's still in your hands there to win.
It's not a penalty.
I think it's a penalty.
I think it's just a coming together in the box, and I think Hadji's maybe got there first. Put his body in, and then.
I've said it for so long, man. They need to get rid of this clear and obvious error. It's killing VAR. Honestly, they can't overturn things because it's no clear and obvious. But just come to the right decision. It doesn't need to be. Nothing to be clear and obvious.
But evens itself out the all game against Rangers.
That was
it's a goal.
That is embarrassing.
It's a goal, and then so they can't really complain. I know the manager maybe spoke about it once or twice, but it's done. He needs to get on with it. You can't be going like Andy says away from home and having a record so poor after. The biggest problem is after you've got the bragging rights for the old firm. You've took the bragging rights for a few days and then you go and do that. Now Celtic have...
And the fact he's looking like an FBI agent on the side of that.
What about that cat?
I know,
Take
mate.
it off.
I mean, David Gray looked like, it was like proper Clement and his boy, wasn't it? Managing against each other, mate. Fucking double each other, mate.
See the big thing for me, right, and it's a sad state of affairs in January, you're saying this, right, but the league's been done for a while, but they need to just prepare a squad, whether it's depth, quality, whatever it may be, line up players for the summer and try and do as much business as they can. And I seen Clement saying yesterday that obviously the new chairman boy Patrick Stewart's going to address the media about what's going to happen in January. See if they come out and say they're not signing players, mate. The fans will go fucking mental, honestly. Mental.
By the way,
pre-contracts, mate. Pre-contracts.
You can go and get players.
Tell you two players I'd signed the new, both ex-Ferry players. Lyle Cameron, Josh Morgan. I've seen the two of them.
Mulligan yesterday was unbelievable.
Third goal, I've seen that so many times at Peter.
How long have I said that?
Goosebumps when I was watching.
You've got a bit of a hard on for both of them.
Mate, honestly, I'd sign the two of them.
Honestly, Tony, good.
Lyle Cameron's been really good. I've not seen enough of Mulligan. No,
Tony,
I've not seen enough of Mulligan.
Mulligan's a superstar.
Mulligan's an athletic.
No, maybe not a superstar.
I'm signing him and I'm
against us. Did they play right wing back against it? He was really good. Is it right wing back?
Right wing back, aye.
Cameron's good. Cameron's both games against us.
I'm saying the two of them.
You both
contracts.
But see the big thing about that.
They're both going to go to tribunals.
Rangers
you might need to pay a fee, but
Rangers have lost quite a bit. Like see what your Ryan Jackson, that even like. I think they need kind of homegrown Scottish boys, even if it's the English version of that, just in the changing room, just to kind of knock heads when it's not going well.
Aye.
It's mad how quickly football can turn to it. You beat Celtic, you go and draw at Hibs. Sterling's injured now. Raskin's suspended, and is it somebody proper?
Proper as well.
Who's the next Dundee next? Dundee, do you know what I mean?
Who's going to push
I'm on Alec Ray at the back.
Alec Ray just spitting going like, fuck's happening here?
Come on, by the way, wouldn't he play against him? He had some career as well. Scary guy, aye.
Well, we've got a bit of an insight. You said that Clement got info for, you want to say this on camera?
Fuck you. Wait a minute, what is
you got info for Club Bruges and how to play against Celtic?
I've been told that the Club Bruges, I wasn't, by the way, comfortable getting that on the media.
Your face when I said that. Yeah.
My arse nearly felt my trousers there. Mate, I get told the Club Bruges manager was speaking to Clement before the Celtic game.
Manually spoke well about Clement as well. I told that to you, didn't he? Came out and gave him a glowing reputation. Aye, said he was
so the boys last week said just because they beat Celtic, that'll buy him a bit of time. But if he goes and loses Dundee and then a couple, will he get to the end of the season?
I think regardless he's getting to the end of the season. Right. I think if they're going to sack him, they've sacked him by now.
So again, Andy, see when you're talking about signing people, you gain him a say in this if you're thinking about maybe getting rid of him in the summer?
I think News Cotton must have a big say because I think well, by what I've heard, that he was a big part of like the Igamane signing and boys like that. But he's already came out and said that his plan for the future is sort of younger boys projects. But he mentioned homegrown talent. So the likes of Lyle Cameron and Josh Mulligan, that doesn't need to be a new manager.
Who else is out of contract?
We seen Robbie Fraser play Saturday, mate, for Livingston. He was good, wasn't he?
Brilliant.
Came on, done really well.
What position is he?
Player.
Left back.
Left back.
He kept fucking running and passing it, and
They don't
Davey was
need a
shouting
left
from
back.
fuck, what you doing? Boom it.
But see January as well, Si. Just get rid of the boys that you don't want.
Who would they be, Jack?
Desser's got to go.
All the ones you don't see a future
But
with, literally give them a price and say find a club.
That's the difference between Celtic and Rangers. The Bernabeu and is it O? They get the money back for O. The money
Look
Celtic
for Bernabeu.
5.5 and then O they get. So I think they made a profit on O who wasn't even getting in the squads. Like Rangers need to now adopt something that they can maybe loan somebody out for 6 months. Like Dessers, see if they're not going to get good money for Dessers. They're wanting cheap, quick cash, aren't they? But see if they're not going to get good money for him. Send him somewhere who'll score goals. You think he's guaranteed to score goals and get the money back that you want from him.
Have they done that with Lammers, Tony? Is Lammers on loan? Is he going to go for money now?
He's gone
He's
now.
sold. He went.
So
They
he
done
went
that
back-
with him and they actually got the money. That was good business, but they don't do it enough for me.
So see, a prime example would be for me, Leon King. Like, why is he not on loan? Because if he
Aye.
goes and does well, something you might not play for Rangers.
But why is he not
somebody
been
might
on
go and pay
loan
$1 million,
for?
$2
It's not
million
even
for.
just 6 months. He could have been on loan for the last 18 months or
Exactly.
2 years because I played against him. I think it was when I was first at Dundee United. He done well against us, and you think, right, go and kick on, but he's not.
Any other players in Scotland that you think would?
A great question.
They're the two big ones for me, to be honest with you.
Mulligan blew me away yesterday.
I think like Jack
Blew me
McKenzie.
away.
Jack McKenzie's out of contract, didn't he? But I can't see.
Not good enough, no.
No, I can't see another Aberdeen player go to Rangers with the.
But if
The
you
sort
offer
of
him
the
Rangers, mate, he's going in a minute.
I think Jack McKenzie will only be short offers either.
I love
think
Ross Graham. I love him. I
I
think
did,
as
yeah,
a
well,
centre back,
he came on at
so-
half time, done really well, didn't he?
get injured, and that's what took him out of the team. But I've spoke about him a lot of times as well. I think he'd be his mentality. He never played a lot last year and kept himself fit, worked hard, get back in the team, drove us on to win the league, and he's came done well the first few
Well,
months.
see the big thing for me. See like your Mulligans and Lyle Camerons, right? I'm not saying that signing them is going to win Rangers the league, but see what McKibben's doing for Celtic, and see your Dowell minutes and your boys like that are on 20 grand a week.
Yeah.
You get these two boys
3,
to
4.
give you proper squad depth.
Yeah.
Will play games and do well for you, like Conor Barron has. I think some of the stuff that's been said about Conor Barron recently has been ridiculous. Honestly, people caning him. He was Rangers' best player for the first 3 months of the season.
No,
It's not.
sorry.
By the way, it's not Conor
Did
Barron's
remember.
fault that Rangers are having to rely on him to be their best player.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't signed to be their best player. So it's not his fault that everybody else around about him's not been doing well and he was standing up.
How was Triantis against you? I like Triantis.
He loves Triantis.
I do, I like
I'm
him.
sent off against us the first time,
So
and then
athletic,
man of the
mate,
match.
aggressive, good player.
How have Rangers not signed Luke McCowan? I know he's a Celtic fan and that, but how have they not even tested the water and said?
Aye.
Because how well is he doing at Celtic? He plays for Rangers now.
That's
no?
brilliant for the first goal.
No, it's a great wee
How's he not? How have Rangers not went in and said there's £1 million halfway through the
It's
window?
not about the world Scottish players, mate.
We need to ask quickly, would you take Shanklin? Sorry, mate.
Took the words right in my gub. Took the words right in my gub. Tony's best been a striker. Rangers.
I like
take
Shanks. I think he's. I don't think he's got to get a game over Igamane, but I don't think many people are going to get a game over Igamane.
Would Rangers should sign him?
If it depends on him, if he would go there, and
Be second choice.
I don't think he would. Maybe he would. I don't know, but I think he's a main man at Hearts. Surely you can go and get a move where you're going to be the main man somewhere else. But I think he's good enough. I think he
Would he be the type that would back himself to go to Rangers and be the main man?
Potentially, aye.
Be no brainer for Rangers to go and get Shanklin
Well,
for free now.
for me, if you go and sell Dessers and get a fee from him and get Shanklin for a free transfer, that's a no-brainer for me
but,
as well.
But has he been the backup? That's what I mean. See if Igamane gets sold and Shanks is there, I think he'll score you about 20 goals a season. He's shown that. You get him in the box, he'll score. Hearts relied on him last year, and you see how when he's not scoring, they struggled. I think he'd be a good signing, but it depends what his role's going to be.
Anywhere else you think they need?
Defenders. Don't they?
Oh, what?
I mean, they're missing. To be fair, they are. I don't like excusing that, but they are missing Suter because he's been brilliant this season, hasn't he?
Aye. Even going into the season, though, they were always light in that area of the pitch. Should have signed, well, at least one more, to be honest with you, because you're now relying on Sterling playing centre half when now he's been injured. But obviously, Proper was signed to be a big part of the plans, and he's not really done well, is he?
By the way,
For the
proud
most
open
part.
goal moment. A player to pro coach made his Rangers debut.
What a guy!
And I don't think he would have made his debut unless I drove past your sessions a couple of times. You were taking him for goalie sessions.
I was,
I
aye.
love the way you're kicking into his
I was.
horns.
Like that.
Brilliant.
Horse things.
But yeah, how did you know before everyone else that he was playing, or was it?
I did, aye. But I actually never knew through him. I'd heard that.
Leading the team.
Team lead.
Kelly's leading the team.
No, wasn't it? I'd heard that Jack Butland had the. I think it was a dead leg.
It was a deep bleeding leg.
Remember when Chris Commons had that dead leg and he posted the picture and it was fucking out there?
The Spartak Moscow player done it.
Was it?
Aye, I'm sure it was. But apparently it was like a bad dead leg.
But Davy Henderson, our physio, said that if you get a dead leg and get kicked on it again, that's what the internal bleed is. And it could be in between like a week to a couple of months.
Kelly done brilliant for you, Celtic.
He was good, huh?
He never fucking had to do anything, mate. Even I'd say that to him. But I tell you what he is.
His kicking was good, I thought.
He's unbelievable on the ball shot, mate.
Yeah, he's good at it,
Unreal on the ball.
Aye.
Dead composed, will pick passes to red passes. But I don't think he'll care that he only had to make one save.
One of the nicest, greatest guys you'll ever
hero,
meet.
mate.
Is he, huh? I've met him a couple of times,
Total
Seems like a nice
gentleman.
guy,
Total gentleman.
Hero,
guy.
aye. No, he is or not. He'll be unbelievable in that dressing room.
Aye.
Unbelievable in that dressing room.
Can you
Aye.
what Tony's seen? He'd probably more guys like that, didn't you?
Clement said that, didn't he? He said he'd been really good in the...
They need more, aye.
Aye.
They need just a few characters in there, aye.
Will he keep his jersey now that when Butland comes
I
back?
think so.
Yeah.
I think he'll be honest enough to say he probably will, you know. I don't think Jack Butland's had the season that he did last year, but I think he's got enough. I think he's got enough goodwill in the bank considering how well he did do last year. Couple of mistakes this year, but I think even Shorty will be honest enough to say that if he comes back, he'll probably get back in the team.
Listen, I'd rather that, and it's done my couple of games, get back.
PSV Celtic and all the best game
done
of
all
the
right,
season.
yeah.
Coffee on
But
the bed.
going you back in.
Go and you play, you stupid.
Mate, I'll tell you one thing. You v Rangers, mate, were outstanding.
Us?
You in particular. Motherwell, but you were outstanding.
Your best game for Motherwell?
No.
You were brilliant, no, weren't you, Tony, was?
There's been a few, no blowing smoke up his ass, but I probably am, but who cares? There's been a few, but
Shouting at their team, did I dare, Tony?
I know.
Did I praise him?
I need to bless myself now and then I'll say it right. The wee nutmeg was nice.
Nutmeg was good.
Who'd you make?
Was it Raskin? Somebody in the middle
No.
of that?
It was Neil or Dessers, it was one of the strikers anyway.
Oh, that doesn't count.
Oh,
Anyway.
it was Dessers, it doesn't count for.
I actually really like Dessers, by the way, but
No, Tony didn't get started,
Ross
please.
McCormick said the same as
he is.
They're centre half sauce it.
He's in the.
Say what?
They're centre half, I think he's hard to play against.
He's in the family of the big bag of madness, isn't he?
Aye.
There's a few of them in the league. There's a few big bags of madness, and he's right up there.
Who else is in this?
Well, I'm the founder of the company.
You're the CEO of the company.
I asked the boys if they could start calling me the madness. I don't know, but
Who else is in it? Come on, I need another
he's
couple
in.
names.
Who else have we said?
Look, can I guess a couple?
Name a few, and I'll tell you if they're in it. I'll be genuinely.
Marley Watkins.
No, because he's quite.
Is
Is it like unpredictable?
It's like, oh, you turn the TV on, you think, right, something's going to happen. I don't know what it is,
Right.
but something's going to happen.
It has to be strikers.
No,
That's centre mid for
Bashiri's in there,
Aberdeen.
isn't he?
Bashiri's in the
He's
bit.
definitely in it.
This is centre mid.
Oh, Bashiri, mate, he's your captain.
Bashiri, aye, me and Bashiri are co-founders. It's just, there's a few in there we've spoke.
We can't be Devlin to be another one there.
No,
Nah,
because
he's not got that.
how did
There's no madness enough.
there's no madness enough.
Uh-huh.
Good player.
You
but
and
he's
Rocky are the two aunties.
Aye, like see yesterday. You don't know. You don't know what's going to
I
happen.
don't think Rocky knows what's happening, do you?
I don't know
No.
what's happening.
Mate,
when I
his
go to
leap for
tip
the
it.
goal's ridiculous.
He does some good time.
No,
Does he get me?
No, his chest in control for the goal. Way
that's
a
it,
pass is
aye.
unbelievable.
We set. You know what does me about guys like Rocky? You get done on the first goal, right? Try to be clever. Igamane nearly makes it 4-3 because he's just fucking clear the ball, man.
Yeah, that was bad. That was bad. The first one, no too bad. Like he ends up dealing with it no bad. But the fourth one, like you're left on it. You're left on your own in the halfway line with him. You've got to just deal with it. Whereas you just fucking head it sideways, or you just try and volley it up the pitch. You can't just let it bounce and then stop.
Crazy, man.
If that went in, man, that's fucking individual performance of the century, mate. Man, honestly.
Wow.
How were Rangers against us?
First
Rotten
half.
in the first half.
First half horrendous. Second half.
Aye,
What, and see when you say they're rotten, what does it mean? Is it in terms
No,
of like,
we were good.
But do you see when you're playing against them, do you think they're
Well, see-
actually
see-
not built to actually, they've not set up to actually play a certain way?
See what I will say as well for me as a midfielder, right? It's like we played Celtic during the week, right? And I was on the bench for the Celtic game. And we were saying on the bench, like, see your midfielders, mate. I'm like, what can our midfielders do when they get the ball?
There's so much
just
movement.
get suffocated
Oh, right,
straight
yeah.
away. They don't have any time in the ball. I felt as if against Rangers I got so many easy touches to just play my way into the game and just pop certain passes.
That's off the ball you're talking about.
Aye, so I actually felt like as a midfielder against Rangers and Celtic, like you should have no time on the ball. You should maybe get 10 passes a half maximum. I felt as if I had loads of the ball first half with kind of no real pressure to kind of
Even his team select.
put yourself into the game. But then Igamane and Černý, the difference they made in the second
Černy's-
half. But Černý especially. I know Igamane scores the 2 goals, but Černý just gave him a completely different dimension, I thought. But again, we're talking about Černý, like how he's probably been Rangers' best player. He's on loan.
But if they
Will they get him?
I don't think so. Much
Well,
you going to pay for him? It's a Seema all over again, isn't it?
Wages as
But
well.
for me, he's miles better than Seema.
Wages as well, he'll be on big dough there, but he's in Germany.
Yeah.
I'd pay it. I know Rangers' problem has been they have paid it over years. He's not really got a sell-on value, has he? What age is he?
You're paying that though. You're paying.
Aye,
for the
Holiday,
last
I
game.
would.
Yeah.
Though it
Aye.
depends what the fee is, obviously, but I'd try and
Brilliant.
keep him
Right,
at
we're on to Celtic. Back to winning ways. Funny, because we mentioned it last week about the new signings being on the bench. Ida, Engels, Trusty and McCowan came back in against Rangers.
Glad to see it.
Do you need to get these signings around the team now?
Got to me because they've been all good. McCown especially, and then Engels did 2 games obviously before the Rangers game. Engels was flying. Engels was good against Motherwell, wasn't he?
Aye.
I thought he was alright. He got man of the match, but I didn't think he was man of the match
Thought he was-
personally.
I watched the
but-
first half, I thought he was just alright.
Aye.
Did you?
But I tell you what, his delivery for
he
set
pulls-
pieces not playing, that's
I
brilliant.
even think I seen when he pulls it wide. See when he did that sort of
Aye.
when he pulls it wide, he's great to try to find Kyogo, which Celtic don't do enough. But you're right. I'd like to see now even Ida as well because Kyogo's not scored.
But nobody gets her on it. It's only McGregor and Carter Vickers get her on. Rodgers loves rotating it, and that's why they're so good. But I think that's why Kyogo's numbers aren't as good. Because everything was play through Kyogo, get it to Kyogo. It was, you could see that. And now, whereas Kyogo's probably playing similar to, is it the boy Ollie Watkins and Duran at Villa? Watkins has dropped off massively because
Aye,
as a
right.
striker you want to be the main man, and none of them are. They're playing
Don't
60
find
minutes.
they
and
don't
come
need
off.
to look for Kyogo enough. Would you agree with that?
Under Ange, everyone was get it to
Aye,
Kyogo.
was,
I know
man.
that for a fact. Everyone was get it to Kyogo. They used to do meetings and it was like, look at his runs. You're no finding him. Like, you need to start finding him, which for me is Kyogo's unbelievable. I'd do the same. But Rodgers got a different style of managing, and I think they're probably as good, if not better than now, in terms of how ruthless, how relentless they are. But I think as a striker, you're not going to play 90 minutes, 5-6 games in a bounce under Rodgers, and I think that's why he's so successful. But striker probably won't get his big numbers.
Who do you prefer as a striker, Ida or Kyogo?
I think Kyogo's.
Yeah,
I like Ida, but I think Kyogo's. Celtic are so lucky to have kept him so long.
That's what I mean, like you're saying about Ida getting a run in the team, that means no Kyogo.
I know.
Kyogo's better than Ida, no?
I agree, mate.
Kyogo's
I'd play Kyogo.
frightening.
It's just his goals. What's he scored this
I
year?
can't believe Tottenham haven't took
Is
him,
it
and I know
10?
people think that's mad.
No, I agree, mate.
I think
Aye.
Ange is screaming out for a Kyogo, like,
Because Solanke's not even the type of striker that Ange likes to play with. He wants to come to field at times.
I
He's
know.
quite good in the press, that's the only thing that Andrew would
Pretty high
love that,
press as well,
wouldn't he?
doesn't
The
he?
money
Aye.
spent for Solanke, mate, you could have got Kyogo cheaper than that.
I think you get Kyogo for less than 20 million, no?
Well, mate, there's talk I'm going to fucking... If he leaves Celtic to go to that
MLS.
Atalanta, it's worse than your man going to Como. Remember he was going to go to fucking Como?
No, who was it? Monza.
Monza, fucking
Like
Monza.
Juranovic for Monza, didn't he?
He's going to leave Celtic to go to fucking Monza.
But see, Kyogo, I genuinely don't think he gets the respect, but I don't think he's suffering under Rodgers. I just think the rotation is why they are so good. And they
It's
are.
not a bad option, is it?
No.
No, I was going to ask you too, but what did you think about Bernardo against Rangers?
I thought he was better than... No, that was... What was the team? What was it?
I think it's
No, Itati.
I
I thought he was better than Itati. I think he was brilliant, but I thought he was better than Itati.
I thought actually Bernardo was alright in the game.
I said second half he
But
was
see,
starting
because
to go in the
Celtic get
game.
beat 3-0
Uh-huh.
and they obviously get battered, I think it's just easy to say, oh, everybody was shite. I actually thought Bernardo was the only one that kind of stood up to the task and tried to take the ball in tighter areas. Don't get me wrong, obviously I'm not saying he was brilliant by any stretch of the imagination, but I think Paulo Bernardo's been very good this year.
Do you know what I think he needs to do,
Anytime he's
Andy? I think he
played.
needs to toughen up a wee bit, if I'm being honest. On
Aye.
the ball, see the way he gets done for the first goal, and there was times he was getting flung about against Rangers. I think that adds to the reason
that'll
why he
come.
comes off.
He's been a real weird one, isn't it?
Oh, he's so up and down.
He's
Hitati.
either amazing
He's
or-
at my head, I know. Isn't he, Hitati?
You speak to him a lot, didn't you?
He's so up and down.
You're
though,
his shrink,
mate.
innit?
But see, after O'Reilly, he was the one for me that he's going to go for big dough next year. Like he's the one I
He'll
think.
still
that
go
Celtic
for
are-
money. I think somebody will still take a punt on him.
I don't think so now.
French teams were trying to buy him. in
Oh no,
summer.
I'm not saying somebody wouldn't sign him.
Not
but
25
they're
million.
You're not
talking
getting the money
fees
that you would need to sell him
Maybe
for
10,
100%.
15 million from him, no. I like the big boy Trusty. I think
I'm surprised
everybody
with that, aye.
everybody was rough on him at the start of the season. Obviously, he's still on your For You page and Twitter. You see Celtic fans and even people that he's come in and done really well. I think to
I'm
display.
surprised that Scale started over him, Tony, in the Rangers game.
No, because Scales had been in a bit of form going into it. And
Especially after Tussey getting hooked half time in the final.
And the final skills guy.
like, I think Scales had been in a bit of form, and it's easy now to say because Scales gave the ball away a couple of times, but Scales has been really good this season. He said that probably his best season, and But I think if you're, from now on, I think Trusty and the names it says there, Trusty and Engels will get a run. Engels has got to rotate Celtic's midfield. It won't be the middle three for the 3 games in a row, but I think Trusty will play most of the games now, aye.
Think they need to take McGregor there?
Yeah.
Oh.
Nah.
I know.
Look at the St Johnstone game, mate. Look how good they were without him.
I think McGregor.
Games he doesn't really need to play.
McGregor's a driving force, I think.
Mate, you're playing St Muns and Johnson at home. You don't need to play.
No, I agree with that. I agree. Against us, maybe even you see he plays, and then is it Rangers the next game?
They didn't play against us at Far Park. They won 3-0. They didn't play against St Johnstone. They won 4-0.
But I still think he needs to play. I think he just, Rangers are lacking a McGregor type of leader
Control
for
the
me.
game as well,
just to help out like your Taverniers and that, just to kind of do it, because Celtic have got a few of them, ain't they? I think he's brilliant. I think.
No, he's a brilliant
nobody's saying
footballer.
No.
He's
I agree with
He's
that,
played a million minutes over the last
I
4 years. He doesn't need to play every game.
I think that's what he thrives on. I think that's what he.
Why is Callum McGregor retired for Scotland? Because he feels like he needs more rest, he needs more
think
recovery. So again, like, take that into your club as well. If there's games where you don't need to play him, don't play him.
Especially get midfielders there.
Celtic will play Elgin in the cup, mate, and McGregor will play. It's like, fucking give him a rest.
I think he can be rested, but I just think he's happy to play 50, 55 games this season. He probably loves doing it, doesn't he?
I'd like to see a sitter that can get the people
Be more aggressive.
away in Europe, mate, and get stop
Celtic got
attacks.
a lot of players like
But Celtic never play with 2 sitters, do they? Even
Nah.
if you did bring somebody that could do that, and I think Iwata Iwata went to Birmingham.
Yeah.
J-League Player of the Year.
He was not
came
bad, by
in,
the way.
good player, but he just couldn't get in because McGregor was there. And if you bring in a number 6, they're just going to struggle because he's going to play the games.
What to ask you is Trusty scored his first goal for Celtic. You remember your first goal for Celtic Rangers, Celtic Reserves?
It's my debut.
Was it?
Aye.
For Rangers?
Debut, aye. Hibs, Easter Road.
Never asked you.
Wow.
So what position are you playing?
Gave away a penalty 2 minutes before.
Oh,
I thought, fucking hell, what a debut this is.
Class.
But at the Rangers end, you gave the
No,
penalty.
I gave the penalty away at the Hibs end.
That's not as bad.
What was the score at the time? We were 3-1 up. Gave away the pen. 3-2. I scored literally 2 minutes later.
What was your goal like?
Outside of the box, bang in.
Nice.
But is that
On
a
the
better
family
feeling
there?
than your debut?
Oh, that was. I've always said that was one of the best moments of my career, just because it was your debut. You scored. You know that. Obviously, your pals and your family and all that are in the crowd. So I
Kiss up to them.
No, I never. I don't think.
Did
No, I
Johnny?
didn't. I just whipped away like that.
Johnny right up to the
Straight
crowd.
to your dad.
Your dad desperate to catch it in his mouth.
I've scored a few debuts though. I've scored a few debuts. Aye.
Did you Hearts?
Scored my Hearts debut. Aye.
Wow. See
Scored
the
my
Rangers one.
Blackpool
Todd,
debut.
Does
Bradford
the ball come across you? And is there any thoughts going through your head like?
It was a throw in. Somebody took a throw in on the right hand side. I've kind of came shot for an angle, passed it in. I've just took a touch to open it up and whipped it.
First
It wasn't actually great to
First
see if you see
time-
it back. It was floaties
First
in.
time it's either top bin or up with your dad, innit?
Aye.
And did you see you and your people you know in the crowd when
Nah,
you felt it?
nah.
That'd have been a good
No,
story.
yours was
Just
Far
say it,
Park.
mate, so we'll get
I
ahead.
did see them straight away like, yes.
Yeah, Far Park.
Right, talk us through yours.
Aye,
Have
mate.
you ever asked him about your Celtic debut?
Aye, I
you know
think
you were
so.
coming on. It was
Twice.
years ago. So
No, the day before the game I get told, Gary Parker came up to me and went, how many boys are here training? I think he gave Glenn Louvens and Sammy the day off because they'd won the league, and Gary Parker was a legend. Were you there with him?
Aye, Parks,
Legend. He was like that. Look how many boys are here. You're on the bench tomorrow, like half joking. I'm like looking around counting.
Was that your
everybody.
first time even on the bench? Or had you been on the bench before?
I think it was my first time on
Right.
the bench. I think I've been in one squad before, Hibs away in the cup. And then I was training with him for a while, and then I get sent off youth cup semi-final. Big bag of
Box of
madness as
madness,
usual. 2 goals, an assist, red card up the road. And he said to me, and then I went on, scored a mad.
See when you're talking, so you're warming up, and does he tell who tells you you're going on?
Genuinely, it was a blur. Can't remember. Lenny was in the stands. He's been sent off or whatever, so I think it might have been.
Another, but he'd be in your box of madness, Lenny. He'd be the manager.
Aye, he's definitely in there. Aye, he'd probably be skipper. Aye, he's
Manager and skipper.
he's like
There's a corners, free kicks.
aye, shouts at me every single second of the full time. Aye, but no, I get put on, and it was like across to the back post, and I've kind of backheeled it, and Randolph's not typically he's done something. It's like an assist. Cut it back, he hits it in, and then second one I put in, I'm just thinking, Jesus, what's going on here? It just went like that, and it was mad. I think Champions League debut I scored in as well. League debut for Airdrie I scored in. quite a few. Leicester scored in a debut.
You scored in your Champions League debut?
I think that was my first.
Was that the Barca? Was that your
That was
first
my
game?
first.
Was that your first?
I think so. I've had that many clubs. I'm trying to work it out now, but I think I've scored quite a few debuts as well, but not the Celtic one, obviously.
Mate, Lennon did love you though, didn't they? I know they were hard on you, but that period, mate, I remember they did love you.
I probably just didn't have a discipline at the start because I was like 2 years out of amateur football, and he did. I was like his boy, me and Jamesy, and then obviously a couple of things happened. I get a wee bit fed up. He probably gets fed up with me, and then.
I think you liked that side, you see, because you did come.
Oh no, he loved it. He loved characters, Lennon.
Aye,
Loved it, mate.
I think if you look back now, we could both put our cards on the table and say I'd change stuff, he'd change stuff. I think, but best thing for me was to leave Celtic 100%. I just wasn't ready for it mentally, but I think I've met his boy. I know his boy well. I spoke to Jamesy about it. Me and Jamesy go for coffees and food, and I've said I would have treated me the same way, but I would also act the same way with him. So it's like
he's not happy with you going coffees with Jamesy. Like.
You are really tight now, aren't you?
I wish Trevor Carson lived a bit closer. That's all I'm saying.
Became too tight, that.
Could we need to ask you, you remember the worst Lenny's ever went mad at you?
Aye. He used to abuse me, like terrorise me.
Can you give us a couple of examples?
There was one out off the pitch, I can't say. We had I can say. He was going to battle me one night, genuinely. I think he was fed up with me, I was fed up with him. I'd asked to leave about 100 times. They wanted to sell me right after the Barca goal, so I was gutted. So it was as if like somebody had dumped me and I'd never wanted to go back. So
Did they say why?
no, I just think they wanted to cash in. The boy Juan Agudelo, remember him? He was on trial, American boy. They'd lined up everything, but he couldn't get a work permit. So as he didn't get a work permit, they said, nah, we're not selling you. But I had a couple of moves lined up, like agent had phoned me, said a couple of like Premier League teams were interested, blah blah blah.
English Premier League?
I was 18. 19 I think I just turned in a few. But
Who was it?
It would have been more, it was like, I think it was like Wiggins, West Broms, like, but there was no money on the table, there was nothing like that. There was always just talk. And then he turned around and he was like, you're no going. So I was like, alright, that's fine. And then the big games he'd always bring me back, but he'd always bomb me off for everything else. So like, I would always be out, and then one night he'd told me to go up the road. And I was like, I'm not going. I got up the road, I was like, I'm not going. And he was like, who do you think you are, blah blah blah, who'd you? And he lost it with me, and we were like, not head to head, but I was like, right, okay, I left, whatever. And then the next week, that was after a Motherwell game, I got an assist. I think we drew one each. The next week we played Ross County away. He hadn't been in all week, hadn't seen him. See him on the Saturday for the game. I think we'd maybe won the league again, and turned up in the team talk was, see him, if he backtracks to him, anybody, go through him, blah blah blah. And he went, and see you, anybody speaks to you, don't open your mouth, blah blah blah, nothing. And before the game I was genuinely nearly crying. I was like, shocked. Kelvin Wilson came up and he was like, right, it's fine, you know what he gets like, blah blah blah, and then blah blah blah. And then after that,
You blah blah blah, there, but
I don't really know what Kelv said, but he was like, look, know what he gets like, just play your own game, be yourself, go out. And then after that it was done. It was just away in the summer. I hadn't spoke to him since then. Came back in the summer and he's like, right, kind of fresh start. A month later I was out on loan.
But did you actually want to go?
I'm desperate to leave.
Why do you think you felt you weren't ready? See that when you were Celtic, why did you feel
it just came too fast? Far too fast. Like, see the way I am now in training, you'll back it up, I'm not looking for, I work hard, work myself into the ground, work hard in games, I'll run. I always say now, running's bigger than anything else. Back at Celtic it wasn't, it was give me the ball and I'll do whatever, but I was naive, I was young, but it was good in a way because I was fearless, but I wasn't ready for Celtic, nowhere near ready for Celtic. You'd maybe say that, see if you went to Rangers at 17, 18, you maybe wouldn't have had the career you did as you did when you went later.
Was it the expectancy you couldn't really deal with?
Just overnight I became a household kind of a name, and everybody was up and
housewife name.
Housewife name. All the housewives were loving me.
Calling you the madness.
The madness. I wouldn't text them back unless the madness was addressed in the text. But just, I know I got a bit serious there, but
no, that's good.
It was defo my fault with Lennon, but I think we both could have handled things better, 100%. But I don't regret it because you need to learn to grow, don't you? You need to make mistakes to then become. I would never act the way I did now with Jock Kettlewell, or I just couldn't. But if I seen him now, 5 years ago, I would never have spoke to him. if I seen him now, I'd stop and speak to him.
Have you seen him recently?
No, I've seen his boy. I've seen him. His mum passed away, and I said to his boy, tell your dad, like, I pass on my best, and like, but these things happen in football. I never acted 100% the best way, so I can't then hate him for treating me like, do you know what I mean? Like, we had a couple of, I'm 18-year-old saying I'm not going home to him. Obviously he's got to lose a head with me.
I remember at that time, see, after you scored, you were like, how's he not playing, man? I remember I remember I was at Swindon at the time, and we were all jumping about the living room when he scored that Barcelona goal. But and then the weeks after, you think, why is he not playing?
You had Stokes.
See if he'd signed you, so you'd have been playing.
Aye. See if I was 23, 24. That's what helped me. In my head, I was like, I deserve to play over these. Like, Stokes went out with a broke foot. 3 months, I was on the bench. The day Stokes came back, he was on, I'm a sub not used, and I'm like, I'm not sitting here for this. I'm no. He had Stokes, Samaras and Hooper. I can't expect to play in front of him, but I did. When I was young, I was like, I'm playing.
You've got to think like that though,
I'm playing. I wish I had it now, but I don't. But I wish I had that, like, I'm playing. Now I'm like, work hard and see what happens.
See that period, Tony, sorry to keep going on here, but see that period and you're feeling like that, would there be any senior players that would take you aside and...
Aye, but I wouldn't listen.
No listen.
I was just gone. Like, I was like, nah, I'm no.
Do you think that's because of that goal? See, if you'd never had that goal, do you think you wouldn't have maybe acted like that?
No, because I struggled mentally when I was there, like, before that anyway, it was just too much. Like, it wasn't the goal. People say that obviously that's brilliant and that, but it wasn't anything like, I was never a prick to him. I was never a dickhead to him. It was the only person I ever sabotaged myself. In fact, like, I never still speak to James all the time. Like, there's boys I still speak to, like, Jamesy, you know what James's character's like? If I was a helmet, Jamesy would never speak to me. You know what he's like? But the only person...
still speaks to him though, mate, so I don't know if that's a good thing.
The only person I ever killed was myself. It was, and I know that, like, but I don't have any regrets. I don't look back and go, oh, I could have been on 20 grand a week, 30 grand a week. No, my career, I'm happy with my career. I'm happy where I've been and what I've done.
Have you asked us before, did you go out that night? You scored the Barcelona goal, huh? That was the...
Aye, went out all night.
Was the...
We were out all night, yeah.
Were you not fighting there? Was it somebody famous that you were arguing with?
No, I was that drunk I didn't recognise Paulo Bernardo.
That was at Paulo Bernardo, huh?
And still cringe at that moment. That's probably a regret, actually.
He came up to you and you were like, fuck off.
Joe Ledley was that to me the next day. Tony, do you know you just blanked Paulo Bernardo last night? And I was like, what? And he's like, he came up to you and you were like, it was Corinthi, remember at the casino? Had to phone him and I was like, mate, sorry, I apologise. shouldn't have done that.
So did you not see your man and dad till the next day?
No, I did. Got home after the game.
What was that like?
My mum and dad were crying. Well, I don't know if my dad was crying, my mum was crying. My dad was like, I'm so proud of you. Went to one of my mates' house. I always went out with a few of my mates because they were all schoolmates, whatever. And we went to Cushion and it was just a carnage. It was like, it was one about that. I think that was
the man.
John Wayne, aye.
That's amazing, the box of madness, eh?
The box of madness.
I love that.
I always say the roller coaster. We swear by it. We're going to get it up in the change room.
I don't swear by it, you do.
He does. See, everybody's got like all the quotes up the changing room. I'm just going to get those printed, the roller coaster.
My head's going after the Hearts game saying, but it's a roller coaster, mate. Can you just go up like that?
Good, mate. I like it. It's like Chinese farmers, similar thing, mate. Good and bad, it's going to happen. You just need to accept it.
See at Motherwell, right? He'll hate me for this because at Hearts half time, he's lost the nothing in Kettlewells. The manager's lost it. I don't like calling him Kettlewell, but I need to, obviously, for this. Oh my God, I'm getting slaughtered tomorrow when I go in. And at half time, he's lost the nothing. The gaffer's like to Andy, at least you're getting the ball. And he went, at least you're running about. And I was like, yes. So I got away with that. Slaughtered, boys. And then after the game, I'm like, do you know what? We got beat 3-0 off Hibs, and it was the same after Hibs. That was the worst performance of the season, probably. We were all miles off, and I was like, lads, it's no fun just going on a roller coaster. It just goes that, does it? You want to be up, and you're down, and you're...
It's not the time for it, though, is it?
I do like it, mate.
But you need a bit of laughter when you're all gutted, do you know what I mean? Nobody gets angry at that, do they?
Nah.
But the roller coaster is well and truly unbelievable this year, isn't it? You don't know what
feeling.
you're doing.
Amazing.
I tell you what, I'm looking forward to hearing the Shagman's comments.
So this is good. I wanted to get your opinion on it. Supposedly your dad started the chants for Kieran Tierney.
What do you make it?
Oh, he's your boy, isn't he?
I love Tierney, mate. I mean, as a guy and as a player, I can't believe what Rodgers has said about it, to be honest. I can't.
How big a deal he's made it?
I actually think he's made it worse for
That's because they get beat, and he's obviously read it for him that fans are, and he's just a bit angry. That's 100%.
What's for the Rangers game?
That's deep-rooted. That's deep-rooted.
Of course it is. It comes for last week, didn't it?
If Celtic win that Old Firm,
He doesn't mention it.
He doesn't mention it because he was on fire before the Old Firm. His comments were unbelievable, coming for people and that.
That's what he was. He
was coming for people and then.
Do you think Greg Taylor, if that was you then, as Greg Taylor, would you be bothered if somebody started?
I can't believe Greg Taylor's just went straight up the tunnel.
I think Greg Taylor started to get annoyed to when the other 10 Celtic players started singing the song.
No, but somebody said Greg Taylor broke his nose.
Greg Taylor's brilliant.
Yeah, I think he's underappreciated, definitely.
But I don't think this Taylor thing's anything to do with Greg Taylor.
If he's went straight up the tunnel,
somebody said his nose was fucked
because the crowd singing, I'd be surprised.
I'd be surprised.
If it's because it's like a broken nose like that, like, fair enough.
I'd be surprised at that. I don't think he's. I think he's the type of character.
I don't think that's disrespectful to Greg Taylor.
It's nothing to do with Greg Taylor. See, if it was Celtic were signing another left back, they wouldn't be singing the guys that they're singing because they love Tierney.
Exactly, they're singing about a cult hero. They're not singing about fucking Bernabé return.
By the way, they weren't singing about Kieran Tierney when he went for 25 million.
No, they're fucking hating him.
By the way.
Funny, but Celtic sell him for 25 million, get back for nothing, man. Fucking hell.
By the way, you're talking about West Ham and all that, are still trying to sign him. Like,
what age is he? 27? He's only 27, isn't he? 28?
Like, he's still a top player. I think the best thing he can do is go back to Celtic because the standard of like graft he'll
I
need to do
think it'd be
that.
good for him or not, to be honest.
Mate, look at James Forrest, mate. I think he's had one song sung about him.
Mate. I've sang a few.
He just gets on with it, doesn't he?
I just think.
But you know what he's like? He doesn't care about
I know.
that. He just
Shouldn't
sits
he?
his
So
head
should you,
down and
mate?
scores goals and gets assists.
I don't know if Rodgers has meant that with Taylor. I don't know if because he all came out with Tierney through the week that he was going to sign him to his body and he's trying to maybe win Taylor air and try to get me sign this contract. But Greg Taylor's still got a future at Celtic. If Tierney comes, the amount of games you play.
I don't think he has because there's 6 months left in his contract.
But do you know he wants to sign or?
I think if he'd signed a contract in the summer, obviously Tierney comes available, they maybe go for it. But I think it would have made it a harder decision. Like you're seeing things leaked in the press about Zagreb and that we were talking about it the other day.
I've seen that.
Zagreb's a big club. Like I think a lot of teams would be lucky to have
What's
Greg
your
Taylor.
thoughts on that?
What?
I said to him, Celtic to Zagreb's a step down.
No, I wouldn't have got to Zagreb for Celtic.
I think
I think
depending
it's a
on your
fucking chance.
I think Zagreb's a massive club. He'll get more money, 100% get more money.
I says that.
Croatia, probably a better
Beautiful
lifestyle.
Croatia.
Right, better lifestyle.
Be coming at.
Zagreb probably should be doing better in the Champions League in that. I don't think a Zagreb player that's born in Zagreb comes to Celtic. I don't think a Celtic player like a James Forrest doesn't go to Zagreb, whereas like a Bacciarina doesn't come to Celtic.
Because they're homegrown, you're talking. Because they know the club.
I think it's probably similar size of club. We love Celtic Rangers because we're from here, but I think Zagreb would be an unbelievable lifestyle change.
I wouldn't like Celtic to go to Zagreb.
I know, but see you've got 6 months left in your contract. You've asked for a new contract. You've not met standards. They've not met the standards that you want in terms of money. You're going.
How much do you think Zagreb's going to give Mirren what Celtic are getting?
I don't think so. Like he said that he thinks I don't think they would.
I don't know what the tax on that is, but they'll make more money at Zagreb and Celtic. He's not going to
see
get
what I was
higher
going to say to you
Celtic.
is see if Tierney things happens, right? Say he sign a pre-contract. Do you think Celtic's contract offer for Taylor's off the table?
No.
No, because he'll go back, won't he? You'll need to.
And then Rodgers has come out and said he wants to still.
See the money that Greg Taylor's wanting. Celtic paying that for a second choice left back.
He's got to be second choice because Kieran Tierney.
Tierney signs his second choice.
Kieran Tierney's. But I think he's better than being second choice. Like he's done so well.
Do you not think you need competition on the positions?
Aye. But
and like you know what? You need to say it. Tierney's injury record as well, isn't it?
But I don't think he's. I think that's due to the.
Is Taylor happy to be a second choice though?
No chance.
I think he'd play a lot though. I do.
But then
I agree.
Because they're very different, aren't they, the way they play?
McGregor and Tierney, if they're both fit up in most of the games.
I think so. But even like, what does Ralston must play? Johnson's your first choice, isn't he? Ralston must play 20 games a season now, 20, 25 games a season.
Aye, but what I will say is Ralston will be on a lot less money than what Greg Taylor.
Aye, Greg Taylor will be asking for a high earner. Ralston won't be a high earner at Celtic, will he? He'll be
Listen, he'll be on good money, obviously.
Very
Will,
good,
but Taylor will be asking for
Ralston won't
first choice left back for what, 4 years? I think he'll be asking for.
But Rodgers got it right with the song.
See if any place breaks the news that Tierney's coming back before you on here, I'll be disgusted.
Is he still your boy, aye? He's still going down there?
Well, we'll find out if he's his boy. If another news outlet finds out before us, then...
I'm not saying...
Is he coming?
I'm not revealing any of that.
How many years is he signing?
No. Listen, I'm not going to know about that, but Rodgers was way after that man with the song. It really was.
But you can get it wrong once or twice. He's probably just emotional for the Old Firm.
But I wanted to ask you as well about his other comments about the fans, the point of attack.
Changing the point of attack. Passing it back to the goalie.
He's hammered he's sort of came after the fans and saying, we don't want to hear you cheering at 3-0, we want to hear you cheering and get our players when it's 0-0. But we heard after 15 minutes he's moaning at players for passing the ball back. But he was raging saying it. I wanted to That's just what you think about that. My thing on that is, ever since I've grown up watching Celtic, that's just what happens. Every game,
I don't mind it though.
You've got to win. Every game you've got to play well, and that's what makes Celtic and Rangers the clubs they are. You hear players. I heard Casper Schmeichel recently saying it, that there's no club like it because you can't only just win. You need to play brilliant, and that's what players love. So then they say, I just think that's the demands that happens at Celtic. After 5 minutes, the crowd are on you. So
I don't mind it though, because I'll compare it to if I'm sitting next to my dad and Rangers pass it back to him. He's like, fucking hell! Like, see, 50,000 are doing that in the stadium, mate. It doesn't really help, does it? Like,
But do you know how
it's just a nervous energy.
It gives us a wee buzz as well, no? It gives you a wee buzz
The
playing
opposition.
against them. Whenever you hear that, you think, oh, we've maybe got a chance
But then
here.
pushes. I think also you could see the opposite. That pushes Celtic one as well.
Aye, but listen, if you go 1-0 down, aye, that's the demands. Like you if you pass it back to the goalie and then pass it to the other side, it's not
But
really a golden lovely, is it?
Did you see his explanation that teams sit in and you pass it back maybe so they can come out and then you get gaps? Like, he does speak well about the game because
Aye,
he's
definitely.
so clued up, but
I think fans know though. This change of point of attack, and as if fans don't know. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about when a player's getting it. Rangers, when there's players to go forward, I better just calm it down because I feel that I'm going to get a wee bit annoyed in it. Fans only watching that going like that.
Come from, mate.
No, I'm not saying that. No, but fans only watching that going like, are they no part? We understand football. There's times where they can play forward. The cup final, they messed about the back far too long, too slow on the ball. This is where it's coming from. It happened at Ibrox last week. But listen, we're not saying Celtic haven't had a brilliant season. They have, but we're talking about in individual games when we're going to watch games. At times it's too slow at the back. There's too many times where Scales and Carter Vickers are passing the ball each other. Casper Schmeichel make this wee triangle too much. We want to see the ball in the other team's half. That's what I'm saying.
He's wanting the old bum, isn't he?
He's wanting to kick. He wants Celtic to kick it on it.
you'd play either.
He wants to kick it back.
It's no at all. I just feel there's times. Listen, there's times where you have to start again. Of course there is. I know football inside out, but there's also.
I don't know how inside.
But there's other
I mean,
times.
I'm 100%. Like, we use our goalie a lot, but see when against Falkirk, for example, we're using our goalie because we've shot ourselves a bit.
We're
We're playing far too safe. When there's times where the ball breaks us, we can play forward and we just play back safe because we're a wee bit fucking nervous because it's Falkirk on the
Aye.
tail. That's when using your goalie comes too much for me. Teams are coming up against you and you need to use your goalie 100%.
And I just think I don't know. I just feel that. Listen, if he feels that way with the crowd and stuff, but that's just for me growing up in a Celtic fan. That's just the all.
What about the wee casual jumper as well for him?
He's took the suit off.
Well,
I've never seen that.
Roscoe's jumper, innit? Roscoe got him a Sainsbury's jumper.
Sainsbury's it was, aye.
But
Must
he's
be
Are you
that.
still wearing the suit trousers?
I think it was a wee jumper and suit trousers, mate.
Shorts it was.
Shorts with the socks and the
Wee
dress.
Lisbon line shots.
Amazing. Right, Dundee United, surprise result. I said about Hearts, but you said Hearts, you spoke Hearts up. Again, that battle for third, it's so hard.
Could go anybody.
Aye. We were talking about it this morning. We're obviously did well
to
so
it,
far this season. 7 points between us and second bottom.
I know.
The league is mad this year. Like some of the results that have happened recently, like even coming off yesterday, no disrespect to Ross County, but to then see that Ross County go and beat Kelly and win 3 in the trot away after no winning away for so long, it's surprising. Dundee United, I'm not saying to be honest, I wasn't shocked that Hearts beat Dundee United because I do think Hearts are a lot better than what they've shown. But some of the results, it is just so tight this year, I think. And you could predict anyone to be top 6. The only one that are obviously really struggling now are St Johnstone.
Yeah. Who again are controlling games of football, which is mad. I'm telling you, see then a Coupon in Scotland, if you want a bet, it's impossible.
Aye,
Impossible.
You track all SPL games now, it's so hard. Genuinely, anyone can beat anyone.
I think it does come back.
They probably say
Probably does come to that, but you were talking about that control though.
there's not a lot of control in the
But
game.
would you say two of the best teams we've played this season outside Old Firm's been Hearts and Hibs for me?
Aye.
And they're both bottom
The
6.
Hibs game at home's the best. They were really good. And then Hearts, to be fair, that was probably our 2 worst games though. We've caused ourselves the problems, but Hearts were really good during the week. Hibs are one of, if they not get the best form, maybe Celtic have overtook them, but yesterday before the game, I seen a start saying that they were, Hearts and Hibs have got good players.
Good
Hearts
players, mate.
especially.
I like Hibs' team.
Hearts have signed really well in the summer. Now they're starting to see the kind of fruits, but I don't think it's so unrealistic to say Hearts will be top 6.
So see, like, just to prove the point, like Hearts are so much harder, you said, to play against than in Aberdeen because they keep the ball better.
Well, I can only kind of go off the game yesterday and then the game at the weekend. I thought Hearts players played in pockets of space and moved the ball quickly. So, but like you kind of said it as well, their shape out of position as a team, which is not what we've been.
But was that due to what they done as well, Andy?
Nah.
No, that was us,
Definitely
individuals.
us as well. Like,
Right. It's not
I think if you watch it back as well, the distances that we had as a team did make it easier for Hearts. But what I will say is they've got so many willing runners. Like, talk about Penrice. Like, Penrice just bombs up and down the line all the time. Did it the full game, caused us all sorts of problems. James Wilson again, someone that stretches the back line. So again, they kind of mix up the play as much as they play. They will look to play players in behind as well. And we were lucky to get away with 1-0, to be honest with you, the game against Hearts last week.
St Johnstone away for you now?
Now you're done.
8 points.
But then looking at the numbers, and that would maybe suggest
But see if they get
The most shots on goal in an SPL game for, I can't imagine, I seen the stat as well, but a long period of time, 24 shots on goal.
But see, you're talking about control, right? And they're playing a good way. See if they get better players in some positions, they could easily go on a 3-4 game winning run and get right out it. So I think he's playing football the way he wants to play, similar to Anarim or whatever his name is for Man U. Once you get your players, you don't know what's going to happen there, because if they stick with him, which it looks like they do, because St Johnstone can't really afford to sack him. St Johnstone, I wouldn't say they're done yet.
No.
I wouldn't say MD's done yet. I think the league outside Celtic Rangers is probably the tightest it's been in my time. With 12 up away, mostly 11th to 3rd. But St Johnstone aren't just shelling the ball and losing everything. They're actually playing football.
See, the thing is, see if he's going to, because St Johnstone have banged it for years, haven't they? See if he is going to change completely. It's going to take time, innit? He's not going to do it within 4 months.
Especially if he's not had a transfer window, has he?
No, he's not a transfer.
I think the issue is though, is like, I agree with you, it does take time, but you don't get away with it if you get relegated.
Relegated,
You need to try and stay in the league and solidify
But
yourself
they can
and then grow and
do what
try and get
Martindale
a
done. I'm not saying they're going down, but Martindale's climbing with them. I know Falkirk are flying, but
I don't know if he'll come up though. Do you know that?
no, but Falkirk are flying. But
I'm with you, mate. If he goes down, I would keep him as well.
I think he needs to stay. I think he
Again,
needs,
see the teams down south that are doing well outside the top teams. The ones that are doing well are the teams that dominate games, mate. Control games. Bournemouth, Brighton. So we've not got anywhere near the budget of Man United, but they control games.
I think you're right in
the best
saying
possible
control.
chance of winning.
I'm no massive on possession. I've said this. We've had a couple of discussions. I think it's more about territory than possession. I think playing near half,
someone
playing
with
there.
the possession, don't you? Of
But
course.
I think, see if you're going to play it long, your second ball's in, you play. I don't think it's play long then boot it again, which St Johnstone used to do. I think the fans will admit. But if he's going to go a certain way, playing possession, whatever, you then need to back him. You can't bring him in and no back him. So I'd expect to see 4 or 5 bodies in at St Johnstone.
But
People think that. See, when you talk about controlling games,
After the cup finals, they banked Torredo.
no, they've got new
And then
American
they
owners.
banked Torredo, and then St Johnstone sold for a few million because they had a cash reserve. Did they know?
Yeah.
So I think they've got.
Hell.
I think they've got. I can't remember.
Somebody
Somebody.
Controlling
I
a game's
don't.
not
Somebody
always
told.
just 5-yard passes, though. Eh?
Somebody-
See, when you say controlling a game, you don't talk about 5-yard passes all the time.
No.
For spacing behind to hit the spacing
What?
behind, and you're hitting the spacing behind, but you're doing it for a reason.
You know how I see the game, mate. I think controlling the game with the ball is so important. But I felt we controlled the game yesterday without the ball.
Out of shape.
100%.
I think that's your-
Even though we had 40% of the ball, I think we controlled where Aberdeen played.
Again, I'm not saying it because he's our manager and I'm trying to stay in the team, but I think our manager's really good out of possession. Like, I feel like I know all my jobs. Well, and yesterday I didn't play in the normal position, I played off the left, but I knew my job, whereas I'm on the 6, I'm sprinting out to Devlin and I'm making sure that he's not got an easy run up. And like you said, they were played back a bit. They didn't have the two wingers, 2 full-backs.
Aye.
One crossing, one in the box. I'm not saying it's because of us, but I think our shape really did help that.
Dictate that,
Even second half against Hearts, our shape was much better. First half was terrible, but second half he made a couple of tweaks. In second half our shape was much better.
Brilliant pundit, isn't he?
Aye, very
terrible
good.
pundit.
I could see him
Ross
doing
County goal of the weekend. I'm going to start doing a goal of the weekend. Ross County's for me.
Good goal.
Great goal.
I can't believe that.
Can you talk us through Ross County's goal, and what was your take on it?
What, yesterday?
Yeah.
Kelly, mate, they have the chances to go and win the game.
No, Ross County's goal, please.
Cut across the box, the boys just like, good finish. It's a hard finish, that. Boy slides it in. What a win, no, mate. Didn't see that coming at all.
Especially, I know Ross County's form, but Kelly's form's been very good. And Kelly have got one of the best home
What's going
records
on
in
with
Europe.
Kelly this year?
They were in Europe. They had the
Think
curse
that's what it is, aye?
European curse.
Does seem to be the teams that are in Europe. What happens to them?
St Mirren as well. St Mirren start of the season were struggling because Europe. Hearts were struggling. It's horrible.
Can you see any of them outside the sort of Celtic, Rangers, Aberdeen, probably Dundee United now, maybe put yourselves in that could finish in that second bottom spot? Could it be any one of them?
I still think it could be anyone. I really do.
I really
I think
thought Ross
everyone's
County.
shown that they can win games and surprise teams in games as well. Like I said, I think Kelly have went on a wee sort of surge of form, won a couple of really big games, and again you expect, I know Ross County's form's been good as well, but you then expect them at home to Ross County to go again and start climbing up the table, so the fact that they obviously lose just shows that anyone can beat anyone at this time.
You go with that?
All season I thought Ross County were going to be that second bottom with St Johnstone finishing, but what's his name? Craig Conway said to me he's top.
Don Kelly?
So he's going to be a top manager.
Don Cow's a great guy as well.
Is he?
Great guy, yeah.
Do you play with him, Tony?
With him at Hearts, great guy.
Have you seen him being a manager?
Aye, probably. He wasn't like a shouting kind of character, but he knew the game, he's played at a high level and everybody respected him.
He's doing well anyway, that's for sure.
Him and his brother.
He was head of youth at Dundee United, Paul Cow as well. Aye.
Was he,
Nice guy again, aye.
Is he a good guy?
Oh,
eh?
aye.
He's his first team coach, isn't he?
Aye. Took him up for Dundee United.
What
Do you
and
fancy
your-
wee fella?
What you and your brother up to today? Don Kelly and his boy are taking
Who's
over.
your bro? KT?
No,
no, he's got an actual
I've
brother.
got an actual brother.
Have you got a bro? I thought you had a sister.
I've got a sister. I've got a sister, no.
Seen his sister yesterday?
The way he wins, you know.
She does like a kiss on the cheek. A kiss on the cheek usually goes
Does she?
somewhere around about there.
She moves, doesn't she?
Wee man, what's second place? Who you think?
The
Second
bottom
bottom?
second. That's so hard to call, mate, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really hard.
Okay.
I do worry for Kelly a wee bit. Don't know why.
He's
I
a
just-
good manager.
Aye, he is a great
I think,
manager.
and
but
if we get
I don't
good
know.
players, like
I think the home form, again, I think the home form's been that good for such a long period of time. I think, again, we're playing them on Wednesday and also definitely not going to say that they're going to be done
I
that.
think
Stephen Robinson, Celtic never deserved it.
Oh, mate, every game he says.
Every game, mate.
He's champion.
That is brilliant, mate. He could play Barcelona, mate, and finish 8 and he goes, nah, we lost that game ourselves. He would, mate. What was Celtic's third goal? 3 boys trying to free someone the goal.
Mate, what the
what
fuck were
happened
they
there?
free
That was
playing,
mad. He
mate?
did.
Wow,
Arnie
man.
Ingles just back heels into a madness and just.
That was crazy.
But by the
wasn't
way, Kuhn does so well to
Aye,
chop
quick
dog
feet,
in.
aye.
it? Yeah.
Because he could have easily, I'd have smashed it right off his shin for a counter-attack game.
Here's a question for you. Give one player outside the Celtic and Rangers that you've been impressed by this year.
Penrith.
Oh,
Nice.
no.
Not an obvious one. Anybody else?
No, you're wrong.
Papigay.
Papigay.
Oh, Aberdeen.
Oh my.
That game against us, he ran the show.
Papigay.
The hat trick he scored that game.
2.
Yeah.
By the way, and he was brilliant. He's probably killed Aberdeen a wee bit by being injured.
Yeah.
He was...
Again, it's not, you're saying it's Igamane last week against us.
He's been the biggest
he a
revelation.
joke?
Aye, a joke.
He's been the biggest revelation, aye.
Is there Morelos fucking vibes with?
Aye.
There is, isn't there?
Tell you what,
He's more skillful though.
He's a bag of madness.
technically better.
Better,
I'm not saying he's obviously, you can't say he's as good as Morelos now, but 21-year-old, got I think he's got everything. I think he's got all the attributes: quick, strong, powerful, technically good. Get the best chest control in world football. Takes everything down to his chest, mate.
On the flare.
Aye.
Dalby.
Dalby, he's done well as well, isn't he?
Aye.
Here's a question for you then. If you could get big money for Igamane in a January or a summer to help rebuild the rest of the squad, would you take it?
What's big
This
money?
is what Rangers have done wrong for years, mate. See if somebody comes in with a big offer, you sell them. Of course you do.
How much are we talking here? 15?
It's too early to say. I
I
think
don't think you're selling him under 12, 15 million. I think upwards of 15. I
So
think
important for Rangers in
10 million you're not taking because he's...
remember we talked about at the start of the year when Clement says that everyone's got a price set for Jack Butland. I was fucking mental saying that. For a 30-year-old goal, you can't sell and replace. Of course you would sell him. But again, it's just the mistakes I've made for years. Aye.
No happy big few.
Big fella with a black hat sitting, it's just like, fuck's sake, Andy, he's a break, man. Right, boys, what you doing the rest of the day, innit? You used to going for coffees, or ask me hit my fast, ready to
I
eat.
know, mate, me and him.
So you're doing the fast together?
He's talked shite, mate.
Mate, me and him are
He
getting
talks the biggest load of shite. He does help someone for 2 days, mate.
I'm
He
worried
backs
about
it.
him, by the way. I'm worried about him.
I had my slither of fucking steak pie last night at 5:30.
Oh, you must be starving.
That was the thing as well. I knew I wasn't eating for the rest of the night. She gave us that fucking slither, mate.
Did you eat the rest of ours?
No, I couldn't. It was past 6 o'clock. That's what I'm saying.
Fuck.
So see that fucking steak that should have been on my plate? Put in the bin.
Oh, that's
Or our fucking rabbits would eat it. or
delayed it
something.
to 6:15.
No, I can't, mate. 6. You need to keep.
Why?
rabbits.
That's
That's enough
it not-
feeding the pace at the rabbit. You mean a good wee
What is it, 12
I've
to...
just done him for you two.
What are you doing? 12 till 6?
6 at night till 12 the next day.
Just not
wanted a
12
black
till
coffee.
8? Isn't that meant to be?
Ah, but I like to do 18.
Right, good.
Really fucking pushes you, mate.
You said
I was
you're a
doing
better
that
person,
in the
didn't
tuna,
you?
wasn't I?
Aye.
The tuna. I was on the tuna in the lunchtime, the boys were getting on that as well. And I do, to be honest.
Mate, tuna's incredible.
So good.
Tuna, salad, bit
Talk
of
about your
spinach.
Chinese prep meals in your diet.
I'll probably get a fortune for a sponsorship after them now, but post prep, unbelievable.
5 Chinese a week.
We were getting Chinese meal prep, everything. It was unreal. A healthy Chinese. Not everything. Honey chili chicken, a lot. Everything.
But they companies talk shite with the number of calories.
They all taste the same, I think.
How much weight did I lose genuinely?
I know you
I
did,
was
to be fair,
flying
but
after
can I finish us off a good one? So this is the start of his diet, right? All the boys are on like, you're a fat bastard, it was right? But see, to be fair, he was running at the end of every session on his diet, whatever. So we were on the bus on the way back for a game, right? And his missus phoned him. He's like, when you want for dinner, right? He's like, mind I'm on a diet. And then she's obviously must have suggested an Indian. He's like, right, an Indian then get his 4 Peshwari naans.
Somebody's picked that up wrong. Somebody's picked
4 Peshwari naans. About 1,000 calories per naan.
Somebody's picked that. I think it could have been you picked that up wrong, but I have no
I like Peshwari, mate.
Peshwari naans,
Like that.
unbelievable.
Don't let a good lie get in the way of a good story, mate.
100%. What about a pint of milk with your dinner? I seen him walk by a guy's house last night. He was eating a drink.
Psychopath.
That's
Psychopath.
I think even drinking a pint of milk nowadays is unacceptable.
Regardless if it's with your dinner, you just no drinking milk now.
I don't think
dinner?
When would you ever drink milk that's not in a coffee or a protein
You're
shake?
a 4-year-old.
You drink it when you eat something hot though, don't you?
No, water.
A Scotch.
I can tell you're and do you know what you do? You drink it out of the carton, you put the carton back in the fridge.
Oh.
My dad used to do that, mate. When we were young, carton, you like that.
Scratched his arse with one hand, count him out with the other.
Mate, do you know my dad used to send us to the shop to get my bottle of tomato juice?
What?
My dad.
Something I would never drink is tomato juice.
Loves tomato juice.
Disgusting, mate. Have you ever had a Bloody Mary? Is that tomato juice in it?
Disgusting.
Fucking disgusting.
But it's weird, isn't it? Because you would drink tomato soup.
I don't like tomato soup.
different, but
What
you
did you say for food after your game? What did you have for your food after your game?
A
last night?
pizza.
Who
Pizza. Pisano.
What number?
The
Salami.
aye.
Could go one a
What
day,
number,
could
what
you?
number is that? Is it 7? 5?
5, no, 5's ham and mushroom. 4 it might be.
4.
What'd you have?
We just got an air fryer for Christmas, so she put chicken thighs and sweet potato.
The chickens at the Badger got
Oh, they're long, eh? They're long,
Did you get to eat them?
What? No.
No.
They'll be infected or something with the badger. I'm going to get the badger.
Badger
eat that.
come.
Go eat that.
Infected the
Go
badger
eat that
come.
bastard.
salt chili Badger.
What you had Marks and Spencer's chicken?
Marks and Spencer chicken, I put them on a roll though.
Did you get a...
The breaded ones?
Yeah. Jinky get a jumper. He's order.
Aye. He's big on his jumpers, he's Mark Spencer.
Marks and Spencer, the best
I
clothes
do a
you
lot
get.
of people.
Great clothes.
The best
A lot of
clothes
people
you'll
have
get.
said that. Aye.
Great clothes.
I had a roll with it.
A roll.
Roll and butter.
Roll jumper.
And what? Mayonnaise?
Nothing.
Roll
Plain roll.
bottom.
Oh, it's dry,
Yeah,
isn't
it's
it?
dry.
Just a roll and butter with what?
Chicken.
Chicken fillets.
Ah, that's alright.
Southern fried chicken fillets.
That's alright.
Nah, that's alright, yeah.
Put sauce on it.
Some people eat the chicken, the roll with no butter. That's, for me,
That's
psychopath
horrendous,
behaviour.
man. I done a Mori 2 18-inch pizzas Saturday night with 2 portions of chippy chips. That's how I eat dinner, mate.
That's good, that's
That
a
is
That
good
is a
dinner.
good dinner. I
Big
had.
fan of that.
You two
Right,
have been
boys.
unbelievable.
Aye, great.
Super,
Well done, Tony. Thanks.
Boys.